Uh-oh.
Maybe?
Hey! You were afraid from us. We lost you.
There you are.
There you are. You were there with us the whole time.
We found him.
Hello, everyone. As you know, it's time for another episode of Pathfinder Heroic Endeavors, where I have come to play Pathfinder, but not alone. No, indeed, I have brought many of my closest friends to do so. To my right, we have Lemar Harris.
Hi.
Returning champion.
Hi.
Fan favorite.
Hi.
A man who really, really wants you to know that he likes bears a lot.
Conn loves bears.
Conn
Respects
Shotgun
them.
Respects bears.
Not
He respects bears.
not deep love.
A lot. Next to Lemar Harris, we have Adam Conn, our resident lizard folk, who's come to hiss at everybody and be creepy and weird, and probably use the command spell to great effect, as he has so many times in the past.
Possibly. I have other things too I can do.
You do have many other things you can do.
We'll see.
Across from our good friend Adam Conn is a name I am still flabbergasted. We got somebody who still comes down from the high heights
Wow.
to play with us lowly folk down here. It's Diana Restrepo, TTRPG legend.
I am not a legend.
Seriously, you are on so many shows still sometimes. Like, I look at your Twitter feed, and you're just on, like, just thousands of streams. I'm like, I don't even, like, are there 4 of you? Are you actually triplets, and you just never told us?
Oh, impressive. Like the Prestige.
Like the Olsen twins.
Maybe.
There's probably 3 other shows with a Diana Restrepo on right now.
I'll let you meet them
At
one
this
day.
time. Yeah, someday. I
One
hope I get to
day.
know
Do I get
You guys
other
will meet
Dianas.
Do I get to meet them all too?
No, you only get one.
Oh, okay.
And somebody I have heard legends of, but I've never gotten the pleasure of playing with until tonight. It is Philip Rossi.
So excited.
Yeah, you know what? Me too. Me too. I'm also excited for all of you out there joining us. If you want to be a part of this Pathfinder game that we play, just remember that you can donate or use your channel points to give out hero points to all these players. They go into a group pool that anybody can pull from, and I can tell you every single episode they need as many as they can get their hands on because they fail a shocking number of rolls. And not just because I'm like setting hard DCs, it's because I'm just seeing single digits after single digit, and it's just I don't understand it. I think their dice might be cursed, but you know, hey, they need. That's why they need you to give them hero points. You know, you can also change the. Oh, yes, yes. Sure is.
Sorry.
You can also change the look of the show by putting it in cinematic mode, and people seem to really dig that. There's a lot of really dramatic moments that have happened that have been enhanced by cinematic mode. So all you cinematographers out there, pick your moment. Spend your channel points wisely. We have not 1, but 2 giveaways this week. This week, we are celebrating the Lost Omens travel guide, which I'm very excited about. I've incorporated some elements of the travel guide into our adventure for this evening. And if you want to win the Lost Omens travel guide, it is !giveaway command in the chat. And it's going to tell you all about what you need to do. I believe there's a sharing of a certain giveaway post that'll only be up while we are live here. So make sure that use the !giveaway command, and it'll tell you all about how to win a digital copy of the Lost Omens travel guide. In addition to that, this week and every week, we will be giving away a digital beginner box, which is an absolutely fantastic product, whether you are new to the game and just trying to learn how it works, or if you're very experienced but you want a way to introduce some of your friends to the game. Pathfinder Beginner Box is an absolutely amazing product, and I'm jealous of any of you who get your hands on it because it is quite spectacular. We are also giving that away at the end of this episode. So if you want to win those prizes, you are going to have to stick around through the whole thing.
I'll stick around.
Oh, you're gonna hang out with us the whole time? All right.
Entire
You
time.
can't win, but I'm glad you'll be here
Oh,
until
thank
the
you.
end.
Okay.
You know?
But maybe one of my other,
The triplets?
the triplets can
The
win.
other 2?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of your sisters,
Yeah.
one of the other Dianas, one of the secret Dianas can come in and try to win.
Okay, great.
Just remember, have them use the !giveaway command
Thank
in
you.
chat,
Yes,
so they can
I
learn
see.
how.
Thank
Yeah. Before we get any further on all of this, let's read some comments and see what you all have to say about all this nonsense. Starting with Kitsu73, who says, "Hello all." Hello to you, Kitsu73.
Commander Odin. Hello, hello.
Hello indeed.
What it do? What it be like?
What it
is.
be like? What it be
And
like?
we got Lemon.
Lemon.
Lemon's in the house. So who all is excited for tonight's show? Raise your hand.
Me.
It looks like Diana.
Me.
At least 1/3 of the Diana triumvirate is excited about it. And so are the rest of the players.
Lemar, you're not raising your hand.
Barry's excited.
Very excited.
Okay.
Jim has his hand.
Gay Breeze 9 says, "They live. We do live."
For now.
None of us have died yet, although it was close. It was very rainy today, which is always dangerous in LA. If you're driving around, people do not like it when it rains. I saw no fewer than 2 car accidents on my way in.
Of course.
Not good. It's
That's
not
a
good.
pretty good. Only 2.
That's actually pretty
That's
light.
actually pretty
That's
good.
pretty light considering how
That
heavy
is
it rained.
called progress.
Yeah. Let's see. Official Paizo is in the chat saying, "Huzzah! Thanks for playing." Hi, Paizo.
Hello, friends.
What
Hi.
it is, guys?
Yeah, and Spartan Undead says very excited. I am too.
Yay.
Indeed.
Okay.
I'm
Indeed.
Spartans got their hand raised. They're excited.
Oh, cool. Yeah, me too.
Philip, since I haven't gotten to play with you yet, and we have just a few minutes before we get started. Tell me, what is your favorite stream? Because I know that you've been on a lot of other streams.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your favorite stream that you've done on the DaTNetwork
Yes.
to date?
To date,
Yes.
including this one.
Well, you
'Cause, I
haven't
mean,
done
I
a
would have
lot.
to
I
say
mean, if this
that-
was the most
every year.
It's a pretty fire stream so far.
I would have to say the Voyage of the Siren Song. It's very exciting. GM'd by our very own Adam Conn.
Hey.
Here with Diana and some really good friends of mine. And I think it's the only time I played a home game that transferred to a streamed game, which was super interesting.
Very cool. What was your character in that game?
I was playing Captain Scheiss Heisenberg.
No, wait. Say it again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was playing. I was playing Captain Scheiss Heisenberg.
Oh, goodness gracious. Of course.
Yeah, there we go.
You know, that's it. That is the correct one.
Yeah. Who was an old human visit.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
A visit. Yeah.
A
It was
visit.
super exciting.
And then tell about
Oh yeah, and Pupil. It's a small kangaroo mouse.
Kangaroo mouse?
And I killed him, Jim. Not the
Yeah.
kangaroo mouse, but I
Yeah.
killed
I was
the
gonna say,
cat.
you
I'm
killed
gonna
the
say,
kangaroo mouse.
you killed the
You ejected
kangaroo
from
I
mouse.
would never kill the kangaroo mouse. No.
Get out of my game, sir.
Automatic fail.
All right, everybody. It is 6 o'clock. It is Tuesday night, and that means it is time for Pathfinder Heroic Endeavors.
Play game. We're gonna play game.
It is a Hush, hush, we have to start playing Pathfinder. It is a wildly busy time for Heroic Endeavors Incorporated because it is smack dab in the middle of the Harvest Festival, where the entire city celebrates and feasts just before winter settles over the land. HEI has hundreds of contracts coming in, securing shipments for incoming merchants, providing security for festival events, and escorting VIPs, both local and visiting. You four have been given quite a cherry assignment for the day. A world-renowned singer, Asul, is performing tonight at the Opal Theater, and you have been chosen as the performer's security detail for the day. You'll spend the whole day under the I don't know, some might say thumb, some might say direction of one of the most famous musicians in the world. And you'll get to attend the show for free when it's all said and done.
Right.
Prior to setting out on your work day, you were warned that Asul does have a little bit of a diva reputation. angularity, status, and platform. It's of critical importance to the be satisfied with your work. For adventurers who have faced ravening beasts and all manner of unnatural terrors, a pretty singer shouldn't be too much trouble. Your first job is to meet the client, so you gather up outside one of Cavalosha's most opulent hotels, the Quail Feather. And when you show your badges to the concierge, they quickly and efficiently whisk you up to the top floor of the hotel. You stand just outside a very large, polished double door, presumably to the floor's only suite. Here, the concierge gives you a strange, almost sympathetic smile, a slight bow, and then scurries away, leaving you to fend for yourselves. So what do you do?
No, we don't do that.
Goodbye.
It's quite helpful. No.
Okay, well, are we standing in front of the door?
Yeah, you're standing in this big, heavy, probably solid oak, polished. It's got carvings in it. It's a
Dorothy,
beautiful
Scarecrow,
door.
Tin Man, Lion.
Excellent.
Bear, sorry, Bear.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Oh, I am Rekelmubnuff. Yeah.
Whoa.
Riddle, what?
Rekelmubnuff?
Rekanumma?
Num.
Rekanumma.
Rekelmubnuff. Yeah.
Riddle, num.
I'm Peepa.
Hi, Peepa. Really nice to meet you.
Yeah.
It's my first day on the job.
Hello,
so I'm
yes,
just really
there is.
excited about
People, it's so nice to see you. It's been
to see you.
so long, like 2 years.
I know. It's good to see you. And Conn, hi.
Hi.
Hello, friend. How are you?
Hi, Reese.
It's
Hi,
good to see
people.
you. Good to see you.
Hi, I'm Conn Shaka from the Shaka Club. I like bears. This is Barry. His name is Barry because he's a bear, and I found him in the woods eating berries. So because he's a bear and he's like berries, I called him Barry. Yeah. Yeah.
He's a great bear. Do you like bears as well? Everybody here likes bears.
Oh, I can barely contain myself.
Oh, I see that. He made a joke. That's funny.
I get it.
So, so we just knock and go in then, or what do you think?
Well, most of the time we always get a form of sorts, and we get some contracts and such. But this is somebody obviously new. What's the name? What's that say? Can you read his contract?
Azul.
Azul. Yes. Anyone ever seen him perform before?
I've heard good things.
Good thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of music?
The musical kind, you know.
I can't wait to hear him actually sing.
Me too.
This will be fantastic. Heard he's the best in all the realm.
I say we go right in.
Let's get it.
Well, as you are standing there talking, suddenly the door bursts open.
Oh.
And you see a slender figure with electric blue hair standing in a silk robe. And in the background, you see this incredibly luxurious room. And this figure stands there. What is all of this commotion? I asked for it to be quiet at all times. I have a very important performance today. And here you are chattering during meditation time.
Hi.
You small leafy child, why are you yapping outside of my door?
Well, first off, that's kind of mean. And second, we're all just introducing each other because he's new. Anyway, we're here to help you. You should be grateful.
You should help me by respecting meditation time.
Well, I'm sorry, there wasn't a sign on the door that says meditation time at 3 p.m.
I'm sorry, you're crazy.
Is that a bear?
This is, yes, it is a bear. It is a stunt bear in case needed for stunt bear needs. Sorry to disturb you, oh magical singing one. We are here for your protection from the HEI headquarters. We apologize for disturbing your much needed rest, but your safety is more important than anything else. May we all be so humble to be upon your presence. My dad said if you talk to people who think they're important like they're important, they'll feel better.
Make a diploma.
I always learn the best things from Kanshaka.
+0.
Hero?
7. Hero point.
Don't have any hero
I was
points.
supposed to
They
start.
don't have any
We
hero
don't
points.
start with hero points?
Give me a hero point.
Oh, fine. All right,
no.
we'll do the starter hero points, one for everybody. If you want to use yours right
You know
now,
what?
you can.
Oh,
Starter hero point for
Here, I'll take your hero
everybody.
point, actually.
You,
Lemar.
you know what?
You can have your starter hero point.
There it is.
Yeah.
We delayed it long enough for me to keep it. Let me roll this again. 9. Maybe the guy with the bear doesn't have the best ideas.
He says, okay, you're the
I'm
security.
kind of shocked
That
from
thing cannot come in. In fact, none of you can come in. But I see, yes, you're the security detail. You all.
Yes.
Aren't some of you quite, I mean, there is a flower child, and
You
you are supposed to
shouldn't judge
protect
people
me.
by the way they look. You know that's not nice.
It's a flower adult, actually.
Yeah, well, Mr. Azul, perhaps we could just step aside real quick and the two of us more cultured people could talk.
Culture.
Just for 1 second. I see you're a man of fine taste. I am a man of fine taste myself.
I like the taste of rats.
Why don't you tell us, since we have not seen Rucklemuffnuff yet, what are we looking at? What is Azul looking at? What will he be judging?
Well, he is a gnome, and like
Yeah.
many gnomes, he has an outlandish and bizarre sense of style.
Mhm.
He has a bright orange hair and a small little like aquamarine soul patch, and he has leather armor, but it's just sort of like overdone.
Yeah.
You know, very colorful. And he has like little chains all over himself where it looks like he has like a million pocket watches on him or something. He's got a bunch of like weird tokens and totems and bits and bobs just in a million pockets all over him.
How about this? You are all here to help me,
That's right.
which I can respect.
Okay.
Halfway there.
I have need of your services, in fact.
Oh, perfect.
As you know, I have a very important performance.
Yes.
This evening at the Opal Theater, I have requisitioned a wardrobe from your city's premier tailor,
Oh.
Means he's got nice clothes coming.
Corleo Yvonne.
Oh. I'm sorry. Who?
Corleo Yvonne? Surely you've heard of him,
Oh.
though I dare say he has not done anything for you.
Oh. I don't really wear clothes though.
Yeah,
It's
people's
part of-
naked.
Must you wear a little leafy dress or something? Surely.
They are a leaf. They are leaf. They are made. They are dressed of flesh.
Diana, please. Set everyone's mind at ease. Are you wearing clothing?
You got it good.
I'm wearing leaves and vines and
You
flowers. I'm not naked. It's just vines and
Clearly.
leaves. I'm not wearing clothes, like human clothes. How about that?
Yeah, like Barry has fur.
Regardless, I need peace and quiet to center myself before my performance tonight. I also need my wardrobe. So you four, scurry off to Corleo Yvonne's shop, retrieve the pieces and bring them to me with enough time that I might become one with the essence of them before I go on stage this evening.
So we can put him on.
Point of interest. We're technically your security detail as well. We would be leaving you.
Do you think it would be safe for moi to walk about the streets, crowded as they are, as famous as I am? Do you think I should be mingling about?
No one will recognize you if you take off all that makeup.
Everyone will recognize me. I am Azul.
I mean, you are a school.
Yes,
If you just dye your.
I will not be. Absolutely not. You have an idea that I like.
Azul.
Azul.
Well, there we go, Rossi too. There we go.
Wow, got him early.
Goodness.
Wow, I'm sure.
Broke him right away.
Good job, everybody.
That's it.
Hashtag giveaway.
Wrap it up.
Rossi.
Listen.
am right. I am Asul. I am safest here, in the quiet solitude of my sanctum.
But how are we supposed to get to the theater if you can't leave your sanctum?
Obviously, I have a chariot that will take me
So let's
to the
take your
theater.
chariot.
It is not time for the chariot. I have made arrangements for later. My day is very carefully scheduled. Meditate. Become one with my wardrobe, which I do not have because the people I have hired to help me today will not retrieve it for me.
Asul,
Yes.
I completely 100% agree with you. We will, of course, retrieve your wardrobe. How could you go on stage dressed as you are now?
I could not.
You could not.
I would not even.
No,
I would
never.
simply cancel my performance.
That- we couldn't
and
have that.
you would have to explain to all 5,000 of my fans who are going to be in attendance tonight why they are not receiving the magnificence of my performance. You don't want that on your conscience, do you?
No, well, we could not live with ourselves
No.
that way. So I thought we will, of course, get your wardrobe. I would just urge you to stay within your chambers with the doors and windows shut, not only to protect yourself, but to keep your undressed excellence from spilling out.
Oh, I don't want to see anything like that.
Obviously, I'll be staying here.
Well, I knew you knew that.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
What the
So
new-
we're of one mind then. We'll get your clothes for you, and you will
My wardrobe!
your wardrobe for you,
Yes.
and you will meditate here.
In his
Yes.
sanctum.
Yeah,
Finally,
yes.
one of you
And
is
your
talking
sanctum.
sense.
Of course.
What are we waiting for? Let's go. Bye, Asul.
Indeed! Chop chop!
She just
He
goes
sweeps
off.
the doors closed.
Well,
That's the first time I've ever met someone like that.
fascinating. So it's like this every day.
It's very close. This is the first time we've dealt with one such as that.
Actually, normally when people...
Yeah, we have to keep it at a whisper unless we walk away from the door.
Yeah, walk away from the door.
Okay, walked away from the door. We walked away from the door, Jim.
Yes.
Now we can talk louder.
Normally when people are rude to us, we can just like maim them. But this time I don't think we're allowed to.
There was a very specific no naming clause in your contract.
Okay, well I guess we'll head off towards
Do-
Corlay Oyavans.
Yes, do we have his address?
Presumably it's in a very exclusive tailor establishment.
Any one of you, or all of you, can go ahead and make a society check if you'd like.
I can do society with Rias, Jim.
Why are you making me roll things that my character has no...
Why? You make me roll dice. Why would you do this?
21.
21, pretty good.
19.
19, okay.
19 as well.
5.
Yeah, you have no idea. You aren't even sure where you are right now. But everybody else, you aren't certain exactly where Corleo Yevon's shop is. However, you do know that there is a district is a strong word for it, but there's a place called Silk Street in Kavalosha, where all of the finest clothing is tailored and distributed to the fancy rich people of the city. So you would guess if Asul is doing business anywhere, it is there. And so your best bet would be to go and see if you could find this place.
I could probably use a change of clothes myself.
Do you think we're going to be able to afford it, though?
Probably not.
Well,
I'd like to window shop.
oh, me too.
Yes.
Shall we go?
Yes. I like the new guy. He's very peppy.
He's very pet.
He's very peppy.
You have a lot of chains.
Yeah.
What do you use all the chains for?
Oh, to keep my stuff.
Oh, you have everything attached to a chain?
Well, you don't want to drop it.
Huh?
So, if we like spin you around really fast, will you be like a flail?
I suppose I could. I could also flail in place.
Oh.
So, problem solved.
I did that to myself. That was on me. I apologize.
Yeah, I guess we head out
Sure.
towards the Silk Street.
So you head out into the streets and you see that they are indeed alive in a spectacular fashion today. And everywhere you look, you see painted faces and festival costumes, and there are street vendors and food all
cider?
around. What's that?
Apple cider?
There is lots of different ciders of all kinds. Some of them alcoholic, others not. There is music in the air. There are people dancing in the streets. And even at this hour, you can see that some of the adult fairgoers have started in on some of the spiked mint tea that is a festival favorite at this time of year. Now, during the festival, some, but not all, of the food and drink that you see is actually free for anybody. So if you'd like, there are figs stuffed with goat cheese and small savory plum tarts for the taking. There are spiced meat pastries and small glasses of Anishani tonic free for the sampling. And as you move about, there are literally just these carts where they're just giving out food and drinks. The idea being that during the festival, no one in the city shall go hungry. It's sort of a by decree of the queen kind of a deal. So what do you do? You can simply go if you want to get this job done quickly, or if you want to just sort of browse the fair. You know that you have at least a few hours before you absolutely have to be back to Asul's room. So I kind of leave that. It's literally up to you whether you want to just hang out at the fair for a little bit, or if you want to just go right where you need to go.
Every non-alcoholic thing that is free, Conn Shaka takes one and gives one to Bear. Like every food, every drink.
You notice that people are very interested in Barry, which is usually when you bring Barry into the city, there's a lot of like assuring everybody that he's not there to maul them. And there's a lot of, oh, your bear can't go in here. But during the festival, everybody seems to not only be excited by Barry's presence, but everybody seems to like watch you as if they're just waiting for something to happen. And you hear a lot, especially like children who ask, like, does he do any tricks? And it's very clear that like people want to know if Barry, if you are like a street performer, because you see lots of other street performers are out and about in the city doing their thing, and people seem to think that because you have this bear, you must be at any moment about to break into some kind of performance.
Dudes.
Conn Shaka finally, like, everyone was, this is Barry, likes bears, blah, blah, blah. Every single person. Conn Shaka Clown. Anyway, I like bears. As soon as he's like, there's like a group of children that surrounds him, he goes, yeah, wait a second. And then Conn Shaka will turn into a second Barry.
Oh.
Except for this Barry still has like the headpiece where it's like fake ears on the bear head.
Do you have real bear ears?
Yes,
and a secondary pair of fake bear ears? Okay.
And then we just play patty cake with each other.
Play patty cake with each other. Make a nature check first to see if Barry see how well Barry does with the crowds.
I hate how fair that is. Ooh, that's 17 on 9 plus nature, which is 14, 31.
Wow.
Nice. So Barry is like,
He's a very good bear.
Barry has the attitude of like the giant old dog that just lets the kids surround him. And they're like tugging on his fur and pet him, and he's just like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. This is chill. And you start playing patty cake with the bear, and the kids are very excited about this. Like, they seem to think this is one of the greatest things they've ever seen. Now, none of you have to, but if you wish to include yourselves in this performance, please, by all means. You see that Conn Shaka is getting a lot of attention all of a sudden. Wow. And it's up to you. You can just let this play out and he can do his thing, or,
I would love to, scrounge up some food and drink, and I'll just plop myself down in the front row with the kids.
Wow! Peepa, you should play some music behind them as well, too.
Okay. I'll take my harp out. What kind of music do you want?
Make a performance.
Cavolution's first death metal band.
Guys, 17 plus 11.
28.
28. Yeah, you begin playing this song, and The kids seem to think that your sort of guttural, bear-like exclamations are part of this incredibly funny joke, and they're laughing and they're eating it up, and they absolutely love it. Now, just out of curiosity, does the weird, pale, death-like lizard standing in the corner want to participate in the children's performance?
He would say, as she's playing, every time she goes to growl, Reese would stretch his neck out and flail things. And he's like,
You can also make a performance check.
Well, I was going to say, because he's kind of want me to do a intimidation check because it's kind of scary looking.
Well, I
I
mean,
didn't mean to.
you can make it an intimidation check if you want. Scare the kids away. If you want to end the show and get on the way.
And I'm just saying, it'd probably be accidentally scary.
Well, if you want.
Well, actually, you know what? Reese is gonna try his hardest. Let's see if. Okay, he's legit not trying to be scary. So
Okay.
performance then. Okay. That's a 13 on the die in performance. I am a natural 17.
A natural 17. So it's not bad. So the kids seem to be super focused on the bear and super focused on the music, but a few of them are laughing at the funny looking lizard and they think it's great. And before too long, they're clapping and cheering, and so is your newest companion.
Best first day ever! Yes!
You have this nice little street performance, and people actually like some of the parents of the kids actually toss you a few coins because they think that you're legit street performers. And to represent that, I will give the group a hero point. So congratulations on your performance at the fair. And you are eventually free to head off on your way. Is there anything else that you want? There's games at the fair. There are other performances at the fair. There's food. Or do you want to just go to Silk Street and see if you can find?
You just need to know, after the performance is done, Conn will go back to being a person, and then we'll just go to kids this is a grizzly bear. You can tell he's a grizzly bear because he's brown. But if you see a black bear, don't be afraid of him. They're more afraid of you. But if you see a white one, run! Run quickly. He's just going to go full Bill Nye of about bears and the habitation and food and salmon and they don't actually sleep for 6 weeks. They're kind of this low power mode.
Make a diplomacy check just for kicks and giggles.
Ew!
19.
Hey. You transform into the bear and everything. They actually are interested in your bear lesson, and you teach a few of the Cavolution children a little bit about bears that day.
This is the best day for Conn. This is Conn's best day.
You become something of a bear scholar for the moment.
Reese is a little parched from his singing. I want to find a drink.
Sure. Again, everybody, there's one of the easiest things to get a hold of is the spiked mint tea that is everywhere. But you had mentioned ciders earlier.
Yes.
There's all kinds of different ciders. There's the alcoholic ones. So that's my question. Do you want to drink?
Uh-oh.
Or are you just gonna have something to drink?
Reese will just he's on the job, right?
He's got discipline. So
He's disciplined.
You get this apple pear cider. It's very delicious.
Oh yeah,
It's a cinnamon and
he just
nutmeg.
holds it up and you just see his tongue. And then he kind of looks at it and looks around a little bit, and you see him reach down and he kind of looks. He slices open his finger and drops some blood inside and drinks the rest of it, giving himself some extra HP. False life, ladies and gentlemen. Spiking my own drink.
Wow.
No.
No?
No.
As we go to the thing, I just sort of want to anytime something's presented, I'll be like, oh yeah, and I'll taste it, and I won't have the whole thing, and I'll just give the rest to the bear.
So the bear is getting fed from both sides. He's constantly turning his head. Barry is just chomping down on so much
This is the
food.
best day ever.
Barry is having quite a festival. And you make your way towards Silk Street. And eventually you come to, it's a little bit quieter on this side of town, but it's definitely not quiet. There's still a lot of festivities going on. Anybody who wants to can make a perception check as you sort of search for the sign you're looking for. figure out where does he need to go.
26.
17.
Wow.
23.
You see it, yeah.
23?
26.
26, okay. Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
You see a shop that is, there's lots of different, very, like, window shopping. I mean, you're looking at clothing. It would take you 3 months to save up. And that's like all of your earnings for 3 months to purchase even a piece from some of these outfits. I mean, you're seeing in the windows some of those opulent clothing that exists in Cavalocia. But eventually you see a window sign that says Golden Threads by Corleo Yvonne. And you can see there are actually a lot of people coming in and out of this shop. And they look like they are, it almost has like a party atmosphere. You see some people are coming out and they're clearly like a little stumbly and drunk. And then, people with arms around their shoulders and chatting. And there's a very lively atmosphere in this shop.
Ooh, lots of fun going on. There's music playing, races. It's like, how much is that wardrobe in the window? The one with the shimmery tails. I wish I could have something shiny.
Well, he's got a bunch of shiny stuff. Maybe you could be nice and give him one.
Well, I would have said.
But that's all of his. That's all of his things.
It could be a gift.
A first date. Yes, a first date newbie gift to a senior person. Mayhaps.
Oh, that's how that works? Hold on, let me see.
Yes, that is exactly how it works here.
This is this will be perfect.
That's a
for
natural 20 to convince you.
This is I want to search my mind.
Natural 20 on this?
What would be like a great gift for a lizard person?
Do you want to make an esoteric
I do.
lore
Yeah.
check? Go ahead.
It is a 25.
25. You have a charm that is carved from the bone of a giant mutant crocodile.
Oh,
So you know is found deep in the swamps near the city. And you know that the frilled lizard folk, which you can tell Rias is a member of, hail from that very swamp, and perhaps he would appreciate a small token from his homeland.
Sure, okay. I'm like, yep, whoop. You know what? This charm is carved from a crocodile. It comes from the swamp. Actually, funny story. I'll sort of go into like the etymology of the name, just like really deep dive, like to the nth degree of what Conn does about bears. He just really geeks out about the lore of stuff. So it's like a good 2 minutes before I sort of wrap it around. And that's why I thought, it would be perfect for you.
Oh, that's so kind. I've never gotten such nice gifts from a newbie before.
Oh, well,
Thanks. I take some credit because I told him to.
Rias, do you have any kind of lore that is connected to like the lizard folk?
Games.
Games? Just make an occultism check then.
Oh, occultism check is there. Oh, good. 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful little. It's almost like a little like bone scrimshaw kind of charm.
Yeah, like you're talking about it, and I'm sure you mentioned it, like lizard folk, and like Reese is like listening, but he's comprehending what you're saying because he actually doesn't know the lore that well.
Oh.
Yes, Reese was not born out in that way.
How were you born?
I didn't say that. That was Adam saying. Yeah. That wasn't Reese.
That was an
saying
internal
that.
monologue.
That was an internal monologue thing.
Damn it.
Well, but I'm sure you knew all about that.
Shall we go in?
Yeah, you should go. No, please. I don't want to. I know it's my first day. I don't want to.
And there goes Lemar now.
God, I
wanna
love this
open
show
the door
so
first.
much.
I don't. Conn. I know it's my first day and everything. I don't want to step on your toes or anything, but I think maybe the bear should stay and guard the front door.
No.
Okay.
You all my friends grab the door and open up.
Okay.
You knew. This is Barry. He's my very, very good friend. He goes where I go, and please don't harm the bear.
Oh, I would never harm the bear. Just, what I know about tailors and, But, as is my first day, so, like, what do I know? Oh, no.
Don't harm the bear.
Yeah, I got it.
Now, see, you might be confused because you know that at HEI headquarters, the bear is not allowed inside and it has to stay at the Care Bear Bear Care Center.
Yeah.
That has been established because there are a shocking number of HEI licensed heroes who have an animal companion that is a bear. So much so that they have, again, an entire center dedicated to the care of the bears while
One that
the
smokes
people
a
are
cigar?
inside.
Yes, one of the cigars.
But it does seem like today, of all days, during the festival, people are more fascinated with the bear as a curiosity, assuming, again, that it's either part of some show or just part of the festivities, rather than running, screaming, fleeing from the bear like they might do on any other
Okay. Yeah, well, you bring up just a really good point, Conn Shaka, and, I know a lot of things, but I don't know this one. This could be, this high-end clothier might be totally into your bear inside.
Maybe we could find an outfit for him. Sorry.
Him.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Very, very. Yes.
Are we going to get holding the door?
Go in.
So you enter Corleo's shop, and you see that it is crowded with people, all huddled around very long tables. And as you're looking, you can see a lot of them are playing games and carousing. You see games of chance all around, almost as if the sort of the tailor shop floor has been converted into something of a casino. Someone's eyes twitching, thinking all about this gaming lore. All of a sudden, I think might come into play here. Again, you see cards flopping, you see dice tumbling across tables, you hear people shouting either in glee or in deep guttural sadness as they lose wagers. Hopefully, nothing too large. Though you do see that everybody here is dressed to the nines. That is very clearly, in fact, actually just for funsies, make a society check. Anybody who is interested.
15?
18.
18.
14.
9.
Pipa, you don't recognize anybody specifically, but occasionally when you glance around, like you'll see like a pin that you recognize as like a noble house sigil or something. So you can tell like some of the people here are some of the the big names around the city. Have been invited to this sort of impromptu festival party. You also all know, regardless of your checks, that gambling unlicensed gambling is typically legal in the city, but during the festival, much like people accept the bear in their fine establishments, it would be some great disturbance that could not be ignored would have to happen in order for anybody to actually enforce a law like that during the festival. Just kind of gets overlooked during the festivities. But you are standing in the shop, and all around you, again, you see money changing hands, people playing games, people drinking and carousing and having a grand time. And you see that there's a set of stairs and like a balcony above, and the stairs are sort of roped off. But you can see there are some people up there like chit-chatting amongst themselves. What do you do?
Who's like looking around? Yeah. Can we see like who looks like this is their place? Probably
sure.
dressed nice, but not playing probably.
You can make a perception check.
Okay.
Quick.
14.
Yeah. Maybe it's difficult because maybe you're just having a hard time really because it's a very crowded room.
Yeah.
And most of the people are much taller than you.
Correct.
And so you're having a really difficult time. Like you're mostly seeing like backs and like legs, and it's difficult for you to like pinpoint a lot, and you're dodging a lot of people because a lot of these people are very clearly, even despite the early hour, clearly drunk and are stumbling around, and it's making it very difficult for you to get much of anything useful, as you're just mostly trying to stay on your own feet at this point. Anybody else? You do see a lot of people are like murmuring about, like, they're clearly giving the bear a lot of looks, and some people are giggling and pointing, and there's a lot of like, look at the bear. There's a bear in here. Can you believe it?
Should probably go around to some of these tables and see if we can find who's actually in charge. I'll be right back.
Do you want someone to come with you?
No, you don't have to. No, you're totally fine. You don't have
If you
to.
had a voice change, I can sense it in your face too. Are you okay?
Oh, totally fine. Yes.
You're not okay.
Oh,
What's going on?
lots of games.
Oh, you want to play games? I do too, and it looks exciting.
No, but I like to gamble a lot.
Oh, I didn't know you're that tight.
Yes, I like playing games. Maybe too much.
Let's play one and see if you win.
We're gonna go over here and make sure that this game that Corleoleo is not over here.
Don't spin rent.
No. You like see him reaching into a pouch and he goes, oh, wait, it's the back pouch.
Make a gaming lore check.
Gaming lore. I can do that. Nobody else got gaming
You really
lore.
have gaming lore?
Sure do. I'm a gambler.
Oh. Do reroll.
Hey, you know, I want to reroll jam.
Hey, hero point!
I want to get this gaming lore.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's an 18.
Is it okay? Yeah, no. You see there is a table that just clears out. There's this big cheer, erupts from a table, and then some people clear off of it, and now there are a couple of open spaces. There are some dice set up, and you can see it's a very simple, very quick game called Bounder. Points.
You.
You got 2 in the pool then. They're playing a game called Bounder. It is played with D20s and D6s. And you can see the dealer is sort of like looking around. There's a couple open spots at the table.
Yes.
If you were looking to play a game, this would be the one.
Yes. I want to go play a game, Jim.
Okay. Does anybody else wish to join him?
I want to watch.
I'm always curious about new things.
Okay. So are you gonna?
I will throw dice.
You're gonna play as well. Okay. So you sit down, and he says, come to try your luck.
Yes.
I assume you all know the game, correct?
Explain it to me again, please.
Yes. Yeah, first time for the festival.
Yes.
No better time to try something. You, sir, are going to take these two dice. He slides 2 d20s across the table. He says, the first throw sets the point. I will roll to try to match, and you'll roll the third to try to bind my roll. And if you win, it's even odds.
Nice.
Makes sense to me. I know a lot about a lot of random stuff. Can I see if I can think back of anything that might help Rias in his exploits here? I have diverse lore, which lets me take a -2 to recall knowledge and use esoteric lore instead of.
I love it. I think you should do that.
Nice. Ooh, that is a 31.
31.
Good lord. Reese, this is really similar to this other game called Rick Splickle, and it's played by goblins mostly.
Oh,
but
I've heard
I
of
have
Rick
to say-
Splickle, yes.
Tell you what, because of your understanding of the game, and because you have all these weird little charms and whatnot, I will say that once during the game,
Okay.
you can cause me to re-roll one of my dice. Now, every time I roll 3d6.
Okay.
So you can cause me to re-roll 1 die
Okay.
at any time that you feel like you want to.
Great.
We'll reward the esoteric lore that way. I like it. It's good stuff.
Excellent. I like that.
So just keep that in mind while you're playing.
Okay, you got it. Excellent.
We've got a gold crown minimum at the table, boys. Are you good for it?
A gold, 1 gold?
1 gold minimum.
Oh, yes, 1 gold.
Okay.
My gold's
are
in
you
the
playing?
center.
Yes.
All right, there's 2 gold on the table. Are you playing?
Okay.
Peepa throws a gold down. Are you playing?
Yeah, I'll play.
All right. He says, we'll start with you, my scaly friend. Set the point. Roll your first die. So just roll 1d20.
1d20. 13.
13. All right. So he takes his 3d6 and he's rolling. Says, all right, here we go. This guy. Couldn't match the point. That's a win for you. Even odds, he slides a gold piece to match yours. He places it on top of yours. Then he looks over to Conn Shaka next. Says, all right, set your point.
What is it?
What'd you get?
No.
Best number ever, Jim.
Oh no. Where'd my die go?
You roll
Okay.
that out, it doesn't count.
What'd you get? A natural one. So he reveals his dice, and you see that he's got an 8. He says, all right, I've set the point. Let's see if you can bind it. To bind it, you roll another die. If you can get over his total, then you will still win the round.
This is in our favor, I think. That is 16.
16. All right. So you get over his total. You bind his roll, and he says, "All right, another winner." And he sets a gold piece down on top of yours.
Wow.
And turns to Peepa.
Okay.
I mean, awesome.
Okay. Do I
What'd
tell
you roll?
18.
18. You almost busted out, Lassie. Almost busted out. And he rolls. Can't match it. So you automatically win the round. He sets a gold piece on top of yours.
Thank you.
Okay. 13.
13 for the gnome. And he says 15.
Oh.
You'll have to beat it to bind the roll and win your bet.
You got this.
Remember what you told me.
Now remember, you can
Yeah, I
force
can.
me to re-roll one of these dice, change the outcome.
We're helping Rhea.
I'm gonna give it one. I'm gonna try it once.
All right.
12.
12. He sweeps your coin.
You got me
his
good.
stash.
Oh, what's the number we can't go above?
18.
Ah.
Yeah, so
Got it.
he says, "Oh yeah, no. If you roll but only on your first roll. If you roll a 19 or 20 on when you set the point, you bust out. Now you can roll a 19 or 20 to bind my roll.
Gotcha.
I get it now.
Statistically, it's on our side. That made no science.
So well done. Care for another round?
Yeah. I'm gonna put the rest of my gold in.
What is the rest of your gold?
2 gold pieces.
2 gold. Oh, he's going in big for it.
I'll keep my 2 on the table.
Okay, all right. You're playing with the house's money.
Yes.
16 gold.
16 gold pieces. Okay.
Oh, yes.
He looks over and
Wow.
he's like,
I don't need money.
I'll put 2 more.
Okay, excellent. We've gotten a little brave, have we?
All right.
Let's start with the big bet. We'll leave the big bet at the table for the very end. We'll start with our scaly friend again. Set the point.
You got this.
don't do it. You can't do it.
Oh.
3.
3. I've got you beat with a 10.
Going to bind. We can do this. With a 10.
A 10 match goes to the house and he sweeps your gold into his pot.
And like Reese looks over and he goes like, okay. It's fine. It's good. Okay.
My turn.
All right, my girl, go ahead and set the point.
14.
14. Rolls and rolls. I got you beat with an 18.
Oh.
An 18.
Oh,
It's
but you
gonna
can
be
still
tough.
roll a 19 or a 20,
Okay,
Peepa.
let's see.
It's not over yet.
17.
I'm afraid not quite.
Hero point.
Your luck isn't with you. Do you want to use a hero point?
Hero!
Okay, here we go. 5.
He sweeps your gold into the pot. All right.
This is
Okay.
a bad round for us. They gave us a taste, now they're
10.
taking our money.
All right, here we go. Oh, looks like a 16.
Can you re-roll that?
Oh.
All right, yeah, we're gonna roll one of the dice, which will change this to a 14 total.
Okay. 15.
15! Oh, lucky winner! You got 2 gold, right? So he sets 2 more gold on top of yours.
Working is fun!
And then we get to the star of the show,
Oh yeah.
Conn Shaka. Set the point. 10, he says. I've got you beat with an 18. It'll be tough to bind this one, my boy.
Conn Shaka.
7!
I'm afraid.
Hero point!
You're pointing it.
Chat! Chat! Give me your energy! Shaka! Shaka!
What is it?
12!
Well, I'm afraid that's a loss. Oh no. He sweeps all 16 of your gold into the pot.
Ooh.
The 3 of you make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
28.
15.
13 plus 6. Something.
9.
Thank you.
What? 19.
You have one of your charms that you wear under your armor vibrates just ever so slightly, and it doesn't have like any great significant magical power, but it is one that you got that is supposed to it just is supposed to let you know when something's wrong. At one point, it was this great oracular device that over centuries just sort of lost most of its magic, and now when it's supposed to be able to sniff out inconsistencies in the truth. And as he is sweeping these coins into the pot or into his bag, it just starts to vibrate ever so slightly.
Huh.
Well, would you care for another round? Your luck could change with any throw.
Why didn't you show us your numbers at all?
Well, he did. You can't actually see.
Oh, we
you
did
can
see,
see the
okay.
dice when he's rolling. I'm rolling behind.
Yeah, okay, well now I'm curious now.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go once more. One more time.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Don't let a loss get you
I'm
down.
just gonna stay really focused
Okay.
this time.
One more time, you say? One more time, you
I
say?
mean, we're all having fun.
Sure, 4 gold.
4 gold.
Yeah, the rest of my gold.
Indeed. The quickest way to get your losses back is to bet big. Bet big.
Yes.
Yep.
Let the dice tell the
All
tale.
my gold again.
Don't go too big. Don't go too big a race. I'm good. It's
So we'll start with Rias again. Go ahead and set your point.
yeah. 14.
14. A solid number. Ooh. Looks like a 16. Tough luck, lad. You'll have to bind it.
Yeah. 17.
He matches your 4 gold. If you want, you can make a perception check. You were sort of watching this.
Got a coin.
16.
16. All right. Nothing else seems to be out of the ordinary. Then he turns to you. He says, "All right, set your point."
Oh.
Tough luck.
I've been there.
It's up 17 again.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm just
Quite a
gonna keep
point to beat.
looking at his dice. 13.
Unfortunate. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way, but that's all right. You could always throw some more coins in and see if your luck will change. And he sweeps it in. Go ahead and make another perception check when he throws.
Okay. I believe that is a 22.
22. Okay. You notice when he is throwing the dice that his hand hovers over them just a little bit too long, and you hear almost this imperceptible little like extra click as if something else were hitting the table, and he moves his hand real quick, and you just have this very bad, suspicious feeling that there's a chance he could have switched one of those dice.
Okay.
Well, anyway, if you care to throw more coin onto the table, we can keep this going, see if we can turn it around for our scaly friend?
Let me just, I might have to borrow some money from my friends. Just give me 1 second.
Oh, sure.
1 second. Can we to meet right over here behind Barry? Okay.
You're huddled up behind Barry.
I think this guy is running a con.
Con Shaka?
From the Shaka Khan?
No, probably not. I just think he might be give it the old flipper gibber, you know?
Well,
You mean he's cheating?
I can't say for certain. This is my first day on the job, you know? But I think so.
Really? I don't like cheaters.
I think he's flipping one of them out, you know?
you should
throwing
go
more.
talk to him.
Flipping one of the dice out?
Yeah. I think he's throwing more, picking one up that he doesn't like.
So he stole my money.
He stole my money.
He stole my first money.
And he stole your money.
I don't know for certain. But
You know what? Let's go do one more round, and maybe we can get him into conversation.
okay.
Nature has fair laws.
Fair bear laws?
Thank you.
Fair bear laws.
Fair bears? Fair bears only.
You know, Kanshaka, the way you said that makes me a little nervous.
Well, if he's following the law of nature, then he has nothing to be worried about.
So Reus will walk up and be like, "Yes, friend, we want to play again."
Of course.
Yes, please tell me, how long have you actually been playing this game?
Oh, well, I've been a dealer for some time now. You know,
Yes.
it's sort of a career choice.
Only for festivals as well?
Oh no, I am from out of town.
Out of town. So all of these games are very, very much inclined to go with just the luck of the draw, right?
Oh, of course, it's all luck, which is why you shouldn't be too worried about your losses. I know sometimes you get hit hard, but another bet could turn it all around for you.
I think it
turn
definitely
right
could. And
around.
as I'm talking to him, Jim,
Yeah?
I am going to use my feat, Lie to Me.
Ah.
Which I can use deception to see if you are trying to lie to me. Instead
Well.
of perception.
Make your deception check.
Yes. So I'm. You be quiet. You be quiet. That is a 25.
25. You guys stepped away from the table, and you had your little chat, and then you came back, and you started asking questions. And immediately, you get the sense, as soon as you started asking more questions, and your focus was no longer on the game, but on him, you can tell when people's defenses are starting to go up. And it's not so much that, like, you know he's lying, but you can tell that, like, he would much rather not talk about himself. He wants to focus back on the game. He's like, everything that he wants to do is redirect you from asking more questions about him and get back to putting money on the table. Like, he does not want to talk about himself at all.
We should play!
We should definitely play 12 pieces and make sure I win. Command.
Come
Man, that's cheating.
He's cheating.
That's cheating.
Oh, no.
I will roll a will save. Okay. He said, like, his eyes sort of glaze over for a second, and you're like, set your point.
4.
4. And you see him roll, and you see a 1, and a 6, right? And then he's like watching it, and he's shaking his head, and he, from his sleeve, like almost like as if he wasn't even thinking about it, he just drops a 4th die onto the table and pushes it so it shows a 1, and he picks up the die that had the 6 on it, and he's like, what did you do? You can't, magic user at the table. And he's shouting, and everybody is starting to look at you all. What do you guys do?
I want to jump up and say, cheater! He's cheating! He got a 4th die!
Yes, he totally did.
Conn Shaka is just gonna like grab at this guy's shirt and bring him really close. I don't need magic. So we're gonna do this one of 2 ways. Either I can maul you until someone gets here to stop me, or you can just give us the money back that we're owed.
Roll an intimidation check.
I do have.
Can I assist?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just right over like his head with that.
I would like
19.
to deal with crowd control. while
Sure,
we're
yeah.
threatening
Well,
this
everybody's
guy.
starting to look at you, and like people are like, "What is going on?" All they see is him grab the dealer,
Right.
and their instant assumption is like, "You are all causing trouble." Why don't you make a diplomacy check to see if you can
Okay,
like
yeah.
sort of calm everybody down?
Okay. Yeah, 22.
22. Okay, yeah. So yeah. What do you say?
I'm gonna start saying, like, we're playing with this guy and he starts taking our money. We don't know what's going on. And then he does it real slow. A fourth die comes right out of his sleeve. It's only 3. It's a 3-die game. He's got a fourth die. He's switching dice out here.
You actually can tell that people are like paying attention to you, and they seem to be like that. You're turning the crowd are now more focused on this deal. Like they're not focused on you as the aggressors anymore.
Can you believe
it
this
seems
guy?
to be
Did
working.
you lose any money to him?
I have a +10 to intimidation, so
I gave him the bonus. I got a
Okay, so you
19.
get a +11 to the intimidation. And what is your total?
22.
22. Okay. I mean, this guy is there's a wet spot growing on his ground. Like he's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't keep do all that. And then everybody hears from above this. Excuse me. What is happening? And when you look up, you see this man in all like red velvet, leaning over the banister to the balcony above, says, "What is happening?" And he points down at all of you and says, "All of you, up here immediately! Bring that one and everyone, and explain yourselves."
We have a cheater!
Coming right. Yeah.
Oh, as soon as he said it, Conn just like, okay, and just dragging this guy with him.
Oh yeah, you just drag him up the and you get up there and you can see that there's this sort of up on the balcony. There is this man who is sitting and there's some people around him and he says, "Shoo, everyone, shoo. I have to deal with this nonsense." And they all leave and he looks at all of them and says, "Why are we not being festive? What is happening? Why are you accosting one of my dealers? Why? What is happening? Who are you people?"
Excellent question. I have to assume by your excellent taste in finery, you are Corleo Yavan.
Of course, I'm
Yes,
Cornelio.
I thought so. I saw you and I thought, man, this guy's got to be Corleo Yavan. Anyways, so we're playing a little game because, it's a whole separate story, but perhaps you've heard of the singer Athul.
I've heard of Asul, yes.
Yeah, I assume.
Of course.
Yeah, and we're here to pick up his wardrobe for his performance tonight, and he said, "Oh, you have to go to Cornelio Yavan because he's the finest haberdasher in all the land." And stuff. I mean, he went on and on. Anyways, we thought, oh, while we're waiting, we'll play a game. We're gonna play this game, and this guy's got 4 dice. It's a 3-dice game. He's got 4 dice. We saw it. He saw it. Everyone's very upset down there. They're all chanting. I think probably for us to get our money back, but I'm not sure. And I assume. Being such a fine, upstanding citizen and running a shop that is this nice, that you wouldn't want people to think that you employed this man to cheat people's money. Obviously, he's acting on his own. But that's the discussion that you interrupted when you shouted, "Hey, what's going on down there?" So I just thought I'd tell you.
He looks over at the dealer, and he walks up and says, "If you wouldn't mind, unhand him, please." And he looks the dealer in the eye. Says, "Is it true? Were you cheating my guests?" And the dealer, rolling over your intimidation checks first. I'm sorry. I could give them the money back. It's fine. This is all water under the bridge, right? I'll leave. And Corleo says, "Oh yes, you will," and pushes the dealer over the railing. He goes tumbling down, crashes onto one of the tables below. Now, it's not enough of a fall to kill him. You can see him, he's like groaning, he's like, "Ugh." And Corleo leans over the railing and says, "Get him out of here, and take his purse and get him out of here. Bring me the purse, we'll reimburse you, of course. I do not employ cheaters. I am simply trying to have a bit of fun during the festival. I am terribly sorry if that man tried to take advantage of you. It's unacceptable. Yeah, unacceptable."
Yes, we totally agree with that. Everyone was having a good time. As our friend said, two very upstanding, fine-looking gentlemen. Thank you for making sure that rabble is out.
A moment later, one of the other dealers comes up, and he's got like this coin purse, and he hands it over to Corleone, who just literally hands it to you, Kanshaka. Says, "For your troubles, I assume yours and whatever else he managed to fleece from everybody else. Take it."
Excellent.
Thank you.
You on top of anything that you had bet, you can each add like 10 gold pieces to your totals.
Awesome.
Speaking of fleece, we are here to pick up some clothing, actually, as I mentioned before, from Athul.
Indeed.
For his performance tonight?
I'm aware of the performance. I'm just curious as to why you are all here.
It's
and
because of this.
Asul is not.
And she shows her badge.
It's
Yes.
Oh, you guys have badges?
Well, you're not there yet. It's your first day on the job.
Oh, okay.
You'll get one soon.
Second day.
Shows cons and berries.
Let's go.
Well, this is terribly unfortunate. I've never been so hurt. It's not you. It's
What do you mean?
well, I mean, last year I made a piece for Asul, a owl bear feather half cape for his winter ball performance. It was radiant. It was magnificent. He paid with credit. He skipped town. I never saw a penny. I thought to myself, when he commissioned another piece for this year, I thought to myself, well, surely he will come and apologize for the slight. He must have forgotten. He is Asul. He is very busy. I was ready to forgive and forget, and yet he sends hired muscle to shake me down? It shows he did not forget. He does not respect me. No. Well, I am afraid I will not be shaken down. You have my kind regards, but I will not be handing over this piece without cash on the table this year. No credit for Mr. Asul. So unless he sent you with 350 gold crowns, I am afraid I will have to keep his wardrobe.
Don't get us wrong, we were not here to shake you down for anything.
Indeed.
He just asked for us to come and pick up his wardrobe.
So he hires mercenaries to come into my shop, rough up my game, and I'm supposed to think this is not some kind of grave insult, some kind of highway robbery after the way he treated me last year?
I'm so sorry. We didn't know he treated you like that before. Please don't blame us. We were just put on the job from AGI. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, we're professional mercenaries.
I need a moment. I need a mid-show break. Come back in 10 minutes, and we will resume our adventure.
You didn't see that coming, did you? You had no idea.
Gather your crew and prepare to embark on the journey of a lifetime as you explore the packed worlds of the Starfinder universe, taking on the role of a science fantasy hero customized to fit your playstyle. But danger lurks amongst the stars. Will you fight back with advanced weaponry and cunning tactics? Or will your hero wield the devastating forces that fuse magic and technology together to alter reality? Your crew must come together if you have any hope of victory. In Starfinder, every decision drives the adventure as you build an epic saga with your friends. Bring your story to life in a game where the fate of the worlds rests on the answer to the most important question of all. What do you do? Begin your journey into the Starfinder universe today with the Starfinder Beginner Box, now available at Paizo.com, your local gaming store, and anywhere else adventure can be found.
The Ruby Phoenix Tournament. the world's greatest martial arts contest, held in honor of the legendary sorcerer Hao Jin, the Ruby Phoenix. The final team standing in this once-per-decade contest wins a grand prize, their choice of a single item from Hao Jin's magnificent vault of treasures. This year, Hao Jin herself will preside as the grand judge. But to receive the honor of just even meeting the Ruby Phoenix, the contestants must first prove their mettle and strength in the untamed jungles of Danger Island. Only the 8 greatest teams will proceed to the metropolis of Goka to compete for the title of Ruby Phoenix champions during a year that promises to be unlike any other. Countless untold mysteries await the challengers. Will it be mysterious scoundrels like the Lightkeepers? Brave friends such as Tino's Toughest? Or will it be your team of adventuring heroes to claim the Sorcerer's Prize? Let the games begin with the Fists of the Ruby Phoenix Adventure Path.
Going somewhere?
I was just looking for you.
How lucky for you, then. It's quite a big price on your head.
Is money really worth all this?
It's not about the credits. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
I bet you have.
You're not getting the drop on the villains with sounds like that. Your game needs Sirenscape. The Sirenscape online player has a huge library of epic sounds for any situation. Whether your players are cruising across the galaxy or blasting bounty hunters, Sirenscape brings the game to life. Epic games need epic sound. Go to Sirenscape.com to get started today.
Great and mighty Dark One, hear my summons. Bring plague and misery unto this wretched world, and be born again in the blood of this unworthy servant.
What are you guys doing in here?
Huh? Nothing.
I thought you said no one was at home.
Nobody's supposed to be home. When do you get out of here?
No. Why are you wearing dresses?
This is not
There's a pentagon on the wall.
That's a pentagram.
That's a pentagon.
It's a pentagram.
Gone.
Pentagram.
Gone. It's a pentagon that has to have a star to be a pentagram. Are you guys forming a cult?
We are summoning a god of pain and destruction to rain misery on my stupid stepdad for being a total boner.
Sick.
And Kyle Bates, because he ruined the next season of Game of Thrones for me when I specifically told him I hadn't read the books.
Douche.
So you're gonna be a human sacrifice?
Yes.
No.
What?
Whatever. I'm in.
You can't
No.
just be in. Like, there's a whole process.
Let me in your cult. I'm gonna tell Leonard about the time I caught you trying on my bras in my room.
What? No.
Wait, that's not how you do that, is it? Let me in your cult, or I'll tell Mom that you used her candles for a satanic ritual.
No. Go back to the part about him trying to
That didn't
boss.
happen.
In season 4 of Game of Thrones, Tyrion and
You can be in the cult.
What?
Thank
No,
you.
she cannot be in the cult.
Definitely in the cult now. Thank you.
Gonna put up with this?
I do have a knife in my hand.
She does have a knife. It's a good point.
Okay, God. Everyone gather. You're gonna cut your hand and give an incantation to the dark void.
Oh, dark monster thing. Bring sadness. You know what? This is dumb. Can we get to the part with the human sacrifice?
There's no human sacrifice.
Dude.
What? How? And you have to have like a fatted calf
Yes.
or a unicorn.
Why are you agreeing with her?
Or a virgin.
Absolutely.
We could use Leonard.
No, you can't use me. Guys, I'm totally not a virgin, all right?
You're not a virgin.
Prove
I've
it.
done the sex.
Describe it in detail.
There's two of
Step
us.
one.
Step one, man loves a woman. And then
I'll take that. And plus, this one was trying on bras in my room. Pretty sure still a virgin.
We could kill Alan.
And we can kill Alan.
Kill Alan!
No, we're not killing anybody. Cut your hand, put blood in the bowl. No more fun.
Wait. Did one of you already use this?
No.
Because I would bet money that one of you is a leper.
This is why I didn't want her to be in the cult.
I didn't want her in the cult.
I don't want you in the cult.
It's not your cult.
It is now.
You know what? Fine. I don't want to do this anymore. There is no cult.
You can't.
No cult.
Leonard? You're a nightmare.
I'm the hero. I just saved the entire world from your evil cult.
What? Okay, good.
My dad needs his bowl. No cult.
Be done. Leonard! You're a nightmare.
I'm a nightmare? I just saved the world from your evil cult. Get out of here. Get out of here.
My dad needs his bowl and his letter opener. I'm gonna get that back.
I'll get it to you. I'll see you later. Tuesday. You got white
Your
stuff.
friend sucks.
Are you okay?
I'm so sorry about the
Are you
wax.
all right?
Fine.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
In a catastrophic instant, faster-than-light travel through the plane known as the Drift failed. With travelers vanishing in mid-flight, communications scrambling, and the Drift's progenitor god, Triune, falling mysteriously silent. In the aftermath, empires cling to far-flung holdings, opportunists exploit the chaos, and everyone demands to know what triggered this Drift crisis and how they can solve it. The Starfighter Drift Crisis hardcover details this massive galaxy-wide event, introducing a vast array of new conflicts, opportunities, and stories. Discover the influential factions that are restoring order, profiting on the wreckage, or perpetrating the pandemonium. Experience the Drift Crisis with 20 detailed adventure seeds that range from survival to saving the galaxy. 24 new creatures and 6 detailed NPC profiles. Equip your characters with the latest technologies and techniques for surviving the upheaval with new gear and character options. Game Masters will find details on how the Drift Crisis affects previously published adventure paths, from Dead Suns through Fly for Your Die. When and how the Drift Crisis ends in your campaign is up to you and your players, and you'll find plenty of options of the Drift Crisis hardcover. The galaxy will never be the same again. The Drift Crisis is the start of a year-long event in the Starfinder universe. Start your adventure today with the Starfinder one-shot Before the Storm and the Drift Crisis flip mat, and then continue to the Drift Crashers and Drift Hackers adventure paths. Reach for the stars today and pick up your Drift Crisis essentials at your favorite local game store, online retailer, or driftcrisis.com.
Every day, millions of people face heartbreak in the form of a silent killer. I'm talking about character death. I'm talking about malicious dice. Failed saving throws, critical misses, failed skill checks. Malicious dice can strike any character at any time, and the results are devastating.
I only got to play Celestia for one session. I kept failing, roll after roll after roll, and then I got eaten by an aberration in the dark. I couldn't roll anything above a 5. The dice just...
Diana's tragic story is far from unique. The time to do something about malicious dice is now. And Tabletop Loot knows how to help. They're providing quality, affordable dice jails and shipping them to players in need across the nation. Go to tabletoploot.com today and order a dice jail for yourself and anyone you feel may be threatened by malicious dice. These safe, secure, and humane facilities will keep your tabletop safe from the kind of dice that don't care who they hurt. But it's not about giving up on your dice. Rehabilitation is possible for many of these viciously low rollers, thanks to Dice Jail's tabletop reintegration plans. It's time to stand up for our characters.
It's time to put malicious dice where they belong.
Welcome back, everybody. I told you we'd be back to finish this episode, and I meant it. I'm a man of my word. We are back, and as I promised, we are also doing some giveaways this evening. The game that we played earlier, Bounder, is actually described briefly. I had to embellish a little bit, but it is described in the Lost Omens Travel Guide, which one of you will have the opportunity to win a digital copy of. And
How,
if you
Jim?
use
How?
the exclamation point giveaway command in the chat, it'll tell you all about what you need to do to win that. We are also giving away a digital Pathfinder beginner box at the end of this episode. So those of you who are sticking around for the second half, you've all got a chance. The other Dianas, you are up against the other Dianas.
Diana's! Do
Diana?
exclamation mark.
Diana, Diana, Diane. Okay.
All right,
Ew,
all right.
Diane. Don't call me Diane.
No, the other one's
The
Diane.
other one.
Yeah, the other one.
Okay.
That was such a visceral reaction.
I don't like Diane.
Now, there was a lot of controversy last week because I skipped the comment break at the mid-show. I will not do that this week. Let's chat with chat.
Oh.
Chatting with the chat. Oh, that's so many comments that I
So
definitely
many.
read.
Penguin Witch Doctor says, doobie doobie doo. Beware of the penguin.
Here's the banging.
Bear.
Lemon, wait. They are security. Why not the performers? Was hoping for musical episode. One day.
Everybody wants a musical episode. What do you think a musical episode of a TTRPG would actually look like?
We'll find out.
Oh, you have no idea how much I want to do this.
Let's do it, Lemar.
This is once more
Black
feeling.
Loki, what's up? We love Hippie Phil.
Hippie Phil. Yes. Avery's 9 says, not sure how intimidating Peepa Bouncer would be. You have not seen Peepa when she gets really
Well, she
riled
gets
up.
teeth
She can be
gnashing.
very frightening.
She's scary.
Cowboy Bush.
It's
haven't
Lucas
done it
Martinez. Hashtag justice for the couch.
Justice for the couch.
It's upstairs. It's up there.
It's there.
Morris, good morning.
Morning.
Fluffy.
Penguin Witch Director says, yeah, all 5 of his fans will be upset. I assume you're talking about Azul. He has many fans. He is
I thought
a
you said
very popular.
5,000 fans.
We got Hero Point from Gabe. Jensen Deffen, thank you. Kitsu tossing me a coin, thank you, Kitsu. And then another coin, a group coin from Eldritch Dream.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Add that to my gold set.
Gabe Ruiz 9 saying GM broke the new guy very quickly. And sometimes you just,
Hit me
you
right.
just get lost in it.
Right there.
See, everyone wants a musical episode. Look, it's Lucas Martinez. Finally, a musical episode. There it is. And then Spartan Undead also music in the streets. So time to start singing and make this a musical.
Everybody wants the musical.
Can we do it one day, Jim?
I mean, I can't sing very well. It won't be very
You
fun.
don't
That's
have
not
to
true.
sing.
That's not true at all. I've heard you
You
sing
guys
many
can
times.
sing.
Lemar and I can run a game.
You guys
Yeah, we got this. Oops, all bards.
Oops, all bards.
Oops, all bar.
Barry's gonna get a stomach ache tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be everyone's problem too.
It's gonna be a whole thing.
Is Penguin Witch Doctor with Orleole? I tried to write down his name and I have not got
Oh
it.
yeah, Jim, I want to
see.
see if the spelling is correct that
Is
I
it
did.
Corleoyavan?
CORLAYOLAVAN.
It's CORLEO YEVON.
Oh, I was way
I
off.
would not have gotten any of that at any point ever.
Corleo Yvonne.
Ooh.
Troy, 1989. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Troy.
What it do, Troy?
Also, we have a new person watching. I think it's Artemis or Artemis. Hello, everyone. First time patching the stream.
Hello.
Hello. Hope you're having a good time.
Welcome. Kitsu saying Dat Fam. Best fam.
Indeed.
Very true. Hashtag. That's a hashtag too, guys. Definitely.
Black
hashtag.
Loki 3004 says, hey, Adam, Diana, Phil.
Hey, Black Loki.
But I guess me and Lemar can just get out of here. We're not needed.
I am Lemar.
I assume Black Loki is somebody who follows your other works because you do a lot of streams together.
Yes.
So
Yeah, sure. I feel the love.
We got a quick.
Oh, dang. The real gobshite.
That's Jared.
That's Jared. What's Jared saying up
Yeah.
there?
What is
I
Jared
like
saying?
his skydooring folk. It's good. Good
Straight
reference.
skydooring
Yeah.
people. Yeah. Look, Corleo Yvonne does not take these things lightly.
Clearly not.
Spartan saying, note to self, never take any of them to Vegas.
Yeah.
Why?
No. No.
Yeah, don't.
Well, no, if
Well,
people are cheating, that's good.
If they're going to bring a bear into the casino, though, I don't think that would fly.
No, well,
Never know until you try.
That's true. That's true.
Hangover brought a panther.
Hey?
Lemon's saying, and to think all they came in for was an outfit.
That's true.
That's like classic D&D group. Come for the outfit, stay for the gambling.
Yep.
You get a coin, Lemar.
I do.
Yeah, from an Eldritch Dream game.
Thank you, an Eldritch Dream game. Thank you so much. I need it.
That's not a hero point. It's a coin that you add to your inventory.
Toss a coin to
I want you to give me a physical gold coin.
Sorry.
Damn
Sorry.
it, Jim.
But now we can gamble more.
I believe that because at one point the countdown got interrupted, so I think we've actually done a full comment break. But I'll read one more before we go back into the game. It's from Penguin Witch Doctor, who says, I finally got my hand shot first shirt. When can I get my Katie shot first shirt? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know
I
either.
assume you're talking about the commercial. Yeah. But we don't have that product to give you, Penguin Witch Doctor. We don't have it. You're asking for something you can't have. Sorry.
Oh.
Shame.
Well, anyway, let's go ahead.
Well, moving on.
And you're in Corleo Yvonne's shop.
Yes.
He has accused you of being mercenaries come to shake him down because last year your employer apparently skipped town before paying for a different commission of an owlbear feather half cape. And so he is looking at you now and saying, well, I am afraid I simply cannot part with my wardrobe piece unless you have 350 gold crowns to pay for it. Cash up front. Or you could convince Asul to come down here himself and, apologize directly.
Do we have any way of knowing if this guy is telling the truth or not?
Make a perception check. That's sort of the default for sense motive.
19?
As best you can tell, he's telling the truth. You don't get any hint that he's clearly being very dramatic about it. You get the sense that he's more in, the money isn't really even a thing. It's really just the insult. He seems very put out by all of this, and he's upset. His feelings are hurt.
Corleo Levan, I have to say, the only thing we came down here to do and to shake is your hand, sir. I mean, your works are incredible. I would like to apologize on behalf of all of us here that it ever appeared that we were here to be ruffians in any manner. We had no idea about this outstanding debt. We obviously would not have come here without the money or our charge if we had known. We will do our very best to alleviate these minor speed bumps on the way to a pleasant relationship between you and the performer known as Asul.
So, I'm definitely going to give you a diplomacy check for that. But because this seems to be sort of the point of why you're here and all that, I just want to turn to the rest of you. Is there anything that you want to add? You want to try to aid this at all? You just want to let him fly with it? I will say you're already going to get, because you sort of caught a cheater and he feels a little bit sort of embarrassed that happened to you. I'm already going to give you a +2 bonus on your diplomacy check to sway him here, because he's already sort of on his back foot here. But if anybody else wants to say anything to try to assist your good friend,
Yes, and these games, all of them, so fantastic. You'll give him drink and food and loads of fun. I feel like a kid in a candy shop.
Okay. So you'll be.
My favorite candy is I can't remember what it's called, Jim. Perhaps maybe you can help me think about it. I know your tricks. Sorry, Jim.
Go ahead and roll to aid. DC 20 is what you're looking for.
Diplomacy?
Yep.
Dang, 12.
12. All right. So he seems to be a little more put off by you than
most are. It's okay.
Pipa and Kanshaka, is there anything you want to attempt before I have Phil here make a roll?
No, because every idea Kanshaka's having is not a good
Usually
one.
just unleash the bear and see what happens.
It's fixed every other problem in his life.
Hey. Pipa, anything?
No.
All right, we're just gonna let go with it.
Let the new guy do it.
So you're gonna give yourself a +2 bonus. Unfortunately, Rias wasn't able to really assist this,
I give
but
you a
let's see if your
-4.
flattery assuages.
19?
19's not that great, but if you had a hero point, it'd be a good time to use it. Hero points!
Oh.
Oh, so that's 32.
32 is
That's not small.
way better. You're flattered.
Got a new follower for that.
Another hero point.
You're a new follower.
New
Follower,
follower.
okay.
For that
New follower.
awesomeness.
Welcome to the channel. He seems to be when you say like, "Oh, we came to shake your hand," and where your fine works, and he's like, "Oh, God, yes." And you can see that he's a little bit mollified. He says, "Well, I wouldn't want to be the reason so many people were disappointed in Asul's performance tonight. I couldn't have that weighing on my conscience. Even though Asul does not seem to have much regard for my work, I do take pride in my professional responsibilities.
As you should.
So I will give you the piece, and you may take it to this performer. But let it be known, I will be after him for my gold this time. And if he intends to leave without paying me, well, he has another thing coming. Follow me!" And he leads you into a back room, and you can see that on a mannequin is this beautiful. It's almost like a coat that almost like flows into a gown, and it's like a deep sapphire blue, and it's studded with all of these gemstones and silver threads, and it's clearly an incredibly expensive piece. And but when he was saying 350 gold crowns for it, like even that might have been a little bit of a underselling it. Maybe he was cutting a deal with Asul for some reason, but he puts it in this big elaborate, like almost like a shell, like a garment bag, effectively. He says, "Okay, I am sure I don't have to tell you that this is a very delicate piece, and that you should handle it with the utmost care.
Yes.
It must not fall.
No.
It must not fold.
No.
It must not crumple.
No.
You must carry it as you would a newborn bear cub."
Oh.
What if you've never held a bear cub?
I'm sure one of you has experience with it.
Then you hold it. Oh, but easy.
Gently.
I will never
Gently.
put the bear cub down. It shall be the safest bear cub you've ever seen. He's like full like cradling
it.
things. And like looks at all of you like
Guidance.
double guidance.
Says, "Now go. Hasten away to your employer."
Thank you so much for your incredible generosity and understanding in this very difficult and potentially awkward situation.
Just one more thing. Can you sign my skirt? I admire you very much. I wish I wore like real clothes. Maybe one day. Can you sign my skirt, my flower skirt?
He looks at the Lisa and says, "But that is not one of mine."
No, I know it's part of me, but I admire you as a person, and I love all your fabrics and your outfits, and I would like one day, but okay, fine, if you don't want to.
I can't put my personal mark on clothing I did not create, but perhaps one day if you buy a piece, I will put my mark on it, of course. I proudly mark all of my garments, as you can see. He actually like lifts from the garment, one of the like the inside seams there is stitched his signature in the silver thread.
Okay.
Says, "Sorry, it's a branding thing, you know."
No, I understand. I was just thinking more like an autograph, but it's okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes, thank you again. Very kind of you. And please enjoy the rest of the festivities here as well. And if you ever need any help, you can always contact us at EG.
I just might have to. If Asul tries to skip town, I might have to hire some muscle of my own to stop him.
It's all right. I'd give him a good smack. That's fine.
Or you could just like blackmail them and let the public know that they're a cheapskate, so their entire like facade is a facade. And so that will ruin their entire livelihood and once again make you look on top and give you plenty of publicity. Anyway, goodbye.
And you leave the shop. You have the very delicate wardrobe in tow.
Yes.
Great. Yeah.
You have just enough time, you imagine, to get it back to your employer so that he may become one with it or merge with it or whatever it is he's going to do before his performance. You set off with all haste. And of course, the festival rages around you. Everywhere you look, there is something to behold. And at some point, as you're walking along one of the main thoroughfares, you can see all these street performers going, and there's all these vendors and stalls all around you. You can smell a million different foods from 1,000 different places, all mingling in the air. It's a wonderful time. And a man steps in front of you, Peepa. And he has in his hand this beautifully crafted hourglass. And he like puts it out in front of your face and says, young miss, do you have a moment to reflect on time?
On time? Okay.
Time, indeed. Have you ever seen such a marvel? The Soul Sand Timer, handcrafted and ensorcelled by gnome artisans. They measure not only time, but your intentions, your very purpose. Should you wish to know how wisely you are spending your time, you have only to flip the hourglass and see what the sands foretell.
Oh. Can I use my lore mercantile?
Yes, go ahead.
I get to use mine.
Everybody's using some obscure lores in this one.
Great.
Let's see. 12 plus 10, 22.
22. You can tell these are actually very finely crafted pieces. I mean, the workmanship is incredible. You have heard of these things, but you haven't, obviously this is somebody who's come in from outside the city to sell them because you don't know of any other way to get them in the city. They're pretty expensive pieces, and there's probably quite a premium on them just for the fair upcharge that you're getting. But they are very beautiful and usually very highly sought after. People display them with pride. It's definitely sort of a status symbol in the city.
I would love to sidle up and see what's going on.
Sure, yeah.
Is this guy a gnome?
He is, in fact. And you recognize the craftsmanship immediately. You know that, these Soul Sand Timers are indeed gnome artisans make them, and sort of it's sort of an exclusive export.
Oh, awesome! I'll run up and greet him in gnome. Say like, oh, it's great to see you. Oh, this is a great piece, and I want to check it out and see.
Yeah, sure. Make an esoteric lore.
Okay. 31.
You have no reason to believe these aren't, but if these are the genuine article, then they do indeed have a very faint magic around them that when a person flips the timer, it glows, and the strength of the glow reflects the strength of the person's purpose, how they intend to use their time. It's sort of a novelty, but there's a big push, especially amongst wealthier, noble humans. They like to sort of brag about their productivity by sort of foretelling their strength of conviction in doing their work and stuff. It's like a weird kind of status thing. You just think they're kind of neat. Most of the gnomes just think they're like a neat thing. It was mostly like, we can do this and cool. It's kind of a fun thing to put together. Humans took it and got really weird with it because, whatever. But it's lucrative because you can sell a bunch of rich humans these Soul Sand Timers.
Yeah, I'll compliment him and then start talking Peepa's ear off about the thing. Just totally distracted.
So you get involved in this conversation, and every once in a while the vendor is like, oh yes, and he'll launch in this thing, and you basically get sucked into this big conversation about these timers. And while that's happening, there's so many other things going on. Rias, you are looking, and your eye catches a sort of like a street magician, but he's actually an illusionist, and he's creating all these magical effects, and you can just sort of innately set this is actual magic he's doing, and for entertaining the crowd, he makes these dancing lights and juggles them, and he makes with a puff of sparkly dust, you say like a cloud of glowing butterflies appear, like all these different things. People are clapping and cheering, and it's really quite amazing. He's obviously very skilled, and he has really good patterns. So it's just you get sort of drawn into this, and you're sort of watching it while they're involved in their conversation about the timers. And Conn, while all that's happening, you are looking, and your eyes are drawn to you and Barry are both sort of watching. And I don't know. You can tell me whether it's awe or maybe wariness or maybe almost just interest, because you see that there's this stage that has been built, and up on this stage is a woman and a massive, like, scaly beast with these big plates that run down its back in this ridge, and its tail ends in these long spikes, almost like its tail is like a flail, right? And she's standing there in front of this crowd of people, and she's shouting, and she's like, now, but despite this beast's appearance, do not fear, for it is an herbivore. It eats plants only. The only way this thing could possibly become dangerous is if it were to be startled by some sort of large, dangerous predator. And and she's just going on and on about this thing, and she calls it a dinosaur, and she's talking about it, and you just sort of are paying it. You can make a nature check. Yeah, make a nature check. 33. You have heard of these dinosaurs. In fact, you know that this one is called a stegosaurus, and they're from very far away. She must have, and just looking at like the way she's dressed and the way she's talking, you can tell that she is from very far away. So she likely came in for the festival, bringing these, sort of faraway beasts to show the people of the city. It's kind of an animal show. And you can see that there's a couple other smaller cages behind her. This must be like her big showstopper piece. Nearing the end of her performance. And she's going on. She's like, oh yes, do not fear, unless the only thing that would make this beast dangerous is if we felt threatened at all. Right now, it is as calm and docile as can be, almost like a big cow. And she like pets it on the head, and it like nuzzles her hand. And you're watching the illusionist Rias, and he says, and now watch and be amazed. And he begins swirling his hand as there's this big swirl of smoke, and this shadow falls over the crowd as you look up and you see the form of a great silver dragon flying over the street. And it lets out this tremendous deep roar and spouts silver flames from its jaws. And that's when you see the Stegosaurus scream and bellow, and it whips around. And it clubs the lady in the chest with its tail, and she goes flying off the stage. Now, some people are screaming. There's so much going on at once. People are amazed at the illusion of the dragon. Some of the people who are watching what happens on the stage are screaming now because they see this thing and this bellowing beast that is starting to thrash about. And it's still up on the stage, but you can see as the people nearby who are seeing this happen are starting to scream, it's getting more and more panicked. People are starting to push back against the crowd. There is, as more and more people begin to realize that something is wrong, something bad is happening, you all get the sense that a great tragedy is in the making, unless someone steps in to stop it. And at this point, we should all roll initiative. And start going round by round for this.
And that's a natural 20.
And that's a 1.
You're probably the last to know. You're so into this soul sand timer discussion.
Everyone's yelling behind me. I'm like, so this sand, you'll never believe this sand.
What is your total then with perception?
11.
11.
Yeah.
Wow. 21.
21 for Peepa.
26.
Rias has got a 26. Conn Shaka.
34.
34. Dang, dude.
Natural 20, my dog.
I don't have a 34 on my tracker, so I'll just put you at the tippy top.
Shaka's not smart, but he's very perceptive.
All right, 1 second here. And check one little thing. All right. Well, Conn Shaka, I can safely say that you are the first to go. Probably because you were actually watching the show. You see what's happening very clearly. You see all the pieces falling into place. Everybody else seems to be focused on one aspect of this, but you see the whole gestalt come together. You see the events unfold into this absolute disaster. And you can see the beast is starting to it's panicked. It is out of control. So you don't even see the woman who is its trainer. Like you don't even see her. Like she got knocked completely off the stage. Who knows if she's even alive? If she is, she would clearly be in terrible shape. And you can see that closer to the stage, a mob is people are panicking. They're trying to get away from this thing. People who haven't realized it aren't getting out of their way, so it's becoming this like this crush of people. What do you do? Now keep in mind, you are holding in your hands an expensive and delicate and one-of-a-kind wardrobe.
So, first question, compared to Barry, how big is this dinosaur?
It would probably be like, because it's much longer than him, so its bulk is probably like 2 berries. It's a big guy.
That's a big, okay.
It's a dinosaur. It's a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur.
Dino DNA.
What? Anyway,
What?
the first thing Conn's going to do is he's going to cast Haste on Bear.
Okay, cast haste on Barry.
So
Barry gets fast.
Barry gets fast, and then Conn will go, Barry, use tackle.
Tackle the okay. Now, in order to move through the crowd, Barry's going to have to make an athletics check. So it's going to take a little bit of doing. So you can have Barry make an athletics check, or you could, but it's incredibly risky. You could have Barry make an intimidation check. But people are already panicking, and you could set off a whole powder keg if you use that trick.
Barry is a bear. Barry's gonna bear.
Barry's gonna bear through.
Barry's gonna bear through. 27.
27. Okay. Yeah, Barry is just like shoving his way through the crowd. He gets up to the stage. I'll say one action to get up to the stage. You can take another action to get onto the stage. And because he's hasted, he does have a third action.
So get on the stage.
Tackle the thing.
Barry use tackle.
All right. If you want him to grapple with the Stegosaurus, he's going to need to make another athletics check to grapple him.
Okay. Athletic? Oh, he's not bad at athletics. 27.
27?
Love this die. Love this die.
Despite Barry's haste and despite Barry's size, this creature is a little bit
scared.
Well then, Barry is this beast is a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger and actually shoves Barry off.
Whoa, the 20. Oh, Barry,
it's a dinosaur.
Barry, use run. Barry, for the love of God, use run.
Now, just so you know, when you are grappling, you're going against this creature's athletics DC, so that's not necessarily like its armor class. Like it, yeah.
This is big, strong.
This is just literally. You can tell this is a big, tough creature. It's hard to grab onto.
Yep.
And it sort of shrugs Barry off. But that would have been Barry's third action, which takes us next to Peepa. Or sorry, no, next is Rias. Rias, you see the dragon. It lets out this gout of silver flame. There's all this screaming, which your first thought is like, well, people are just excited about the illusion. But then you hear a different timbre to it. This isn't excitement. This is actual raw panic. Then you see Barry go charging through the crowd. You see the beast on the stage. It's thrashing about with this big spiked tail, and you know something is actually wrong.
Is that dragon still flying overhead too?
Yeah, it is still there, but you can already see it starting to fade.
Starting to dissipate.
And the illusionist who casts is starting to look back and like lose his concentration as he's like, because he's starting to realize like something else is going on that's not right.
How far away would you say I am from Barry and the
40 feet.
About 40 feet?
But there's a lot of people, like there's a crowd of people between you and Barry, so getting through that is a bit of a challenge.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so if the illusion's starting to fade because he's focusing on that, my attention would immediately go to the stage. I want to start pushing my way closer to the stage.
Okay.
Try to at least use an action to...
Okay. You can make athletics or acrobatics to weave your way through. Push your way through or weave your way through. Either way, it's going to be to get totally through the crowd will probably take 2 actions because you're moving at half speed, even with a success there. If you critically succeed, you can push your way through at your full speed.
That's not going to happen unless I roll 20. I'm not an acrobatic or an athletic person.
It's just a sea of people.
Yeah, I'm going to try to push through, so I'll go athletics.
Okay.
See if I can push through. That's only 15.
15, yeah. So you're pushing through. You sort of get mired in the crowd. And people are pushing and jostling against you, and it's not enough. It's not a critical failure, so you don't get like knocked down. But yeah, you are just sort of mired in this crush of people now. You can tell, in fact, that if you end your turn in this, or there is, let me put it this way, the people are acting sort of as a swarm, and that if you are in this swarm, when it comes to them, you might suffer some ill consequences of being sort of crushed amongst them.
I'm gonna continue to try to push.
All right,
through
keep
to the
trying
stage.
to
So
push.
I'll
Yeah.
get a second one, which is a 7, and then a 20.
I would say the 7 is a critical failure. So you actually get knocked to the ground. So your third action, you can just stand up because being prone in the crush is much worse than. Yeah. So you get knocked down at one point, and you're like lying there, and people are starting to like step up. So you like push your way up, and you're on your feet at least. You're sort of mired in this crowd. It is not good.
Riz is tall. He's like 6'6", too. So you just see him disappear in his head. That's all 3 of them. I was trying to get
That's all
closer to
3 of your
stage.
actions. It doesn't look great. Peepa, this guy's telling you all about the sand. Both the gnomes are going on about this hourglass, and then you start to hear screaming, and your instincts kick in, and you look behind you, and they're still going on. They don't even seem to have noticed what's going on yet. And you're like, well, you see Rias is like in a crowd of people. You see the dragon overhead. You know that's an illusion. And then you see Barry is like fighting with some big lizard beast on the stage. What do you do?
I go, hey, stop talking! And then I'm gonna cast, I got a new thing called
Heyo.
Triple Time.
Triple Time.
It's 60 foot around me.
Okay.
You dance at a lively tempo, speeding your allies' movement. You and all allies in the area get a plus 10 foot status bonus to all speeds for 1 round.
Hey, everybody moves a little bit faster.
So
Very
I
nice.
started dancing like river dancing.
Nice.
You see me like
Nice.
river dancing. And then I will, let me see here. So it's 1 action, 2 actions. Do I see the dinosaur from where I'm at?
Yeah, you can see it because it's up on a stage and it's literally mechanically a huge creature, so you can see it. Yeah.
Within 120 feet?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Oh, okay. All
on
right.
it.
All right. So that's a will save, correct?
Yes.
Oh, but that is a natural 20.
No.
It's a critical success. You can't do that. No. I'm afraid that is a critical success. So you create this swirling pattern of colors, and it's just too terrified, and it's focused on Barry, so it looks like it doesn't even notice the hypnotic pattern.
Okay. Those are my 3 actions. Yes.
Does hypnotic pattern force you to target a single creature?
It says you create a pattern. Creatures are dazzled while inside the pattern.
Okay, so did you put the pattern like on the stegosaurus? Because it would be dazzled, even if so it's not it's not fascinated by it.
Yeah.
But it would be dazzled. You could do that.
Critical failure. The target is fascinated by the pattern while it remains fascinated.
The reason I'm asking is because theoretically you could also target the panicking crowd with the hypnotic pattern. And perhaps, because they're like losing their minds, and like you can see Rias is getting like knocked down, and he's about to get like trampled.
Yeah.
Like if you could calm them with the hypnotic pattern, if you want to include them in it.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do it.
So I'll make a will save for the crowd too, and see if they just like sort of just get like they lose focus on what they're afraid of for a moment. That is a total of a 19.
I'm 22. Mine's 22.
All right. So does they fail on a failure? What happens to them?
On a failure. The target is fascinated by the pattern.
All right, yeah. So they like you can see a lot of the people, especially up near the stage closest to the pattern. Like a lot of the screaming dies down, and they're just like focused on the colors.
Yay!
And so yeah, they're
dancing.
fascinated.
I'm doing the thing!
You have calmed the crowd significantly, which is really going to be important for Rias here in a minute. It is now the Stegosaurus's turn, and unfortunately, with Barry right there, and in its panic state,
Don't
it is
hit the
going
bear.
to
Don't
lash
hit the
out
bear.
at him with its tail. It whips
I
this
would
big
highly
flail
suggest
tail
to not hit the
around,
bear.
sweeps. Oh, and that is a 32 to hit.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a critical hit.
That is a critical hit, Barry. No, Barry, no. It's gonna be a lot of piercing damage, man.
Oh no.
It is 19 doubled is 38 points of piercing damage as this thing goes, it slams into Barry, and the spikes dig deep into his flesh. You hear Barry let out this tremendous cry of agony.
Is he okay? Is he up?
Oh, he's alive.
And then the Stegosaurus, after whipping him, actually backs away from Barry. Like it's trying to get away from all of this commotion. And it takes a step back away from him, and that is his actions for the round, which takes us to your turn. Pipa says, "Stop talking to me about sand," and then starts dancing. And then you look.
But this blue sand is very impressive. It's kind of rude that you. Oh my god! Okay. How far away is the Stegosaurus?
It's about 40 feet away from you. The big problem being that there's a massive crowd of people who are in between you and it.
Okay, I guess I will try to run as quickly as possible, hopefully following Pipa.
Well, Pipa looks like she's staying put. But yeah, you can definitely make your way through the crowd. In order to make your way through, you can make an athletics check to try to push your way through, or an acrobatics check to try to weave. I will say the DC is significantly lower because the crowd has been calmed by the hypnotic pattern.
Okay.
So it's a lot easier to do than it would normally have been.
I will attempt to weave my way.
All right.
19?
Yeah, I would say that, under these circumstances, you're able to sort of weave your way through. And it will take you 2 actions, but you can get up to the stage now. You're at the bottom of the stage. You see Barry is on top of the stage. When you look behind you, you see that near the stage, there's this woman who is lying on the ground, and she is bleeding profusely. But you can very gently see she sucks in a shuddering breath, but you can see she's not gonna last long unless somebody helps her.
I don't know that I'm any good at helping people. I can see right here.
No,
I know a lot of things.
You might not be the guy but you noticed it. You at least you see that that's happening.
I suppose that if I yelled out back to Pipa, she would not hear me through the crowd, or might she?
I would say that because I will give Pipa a free perception check, and it'll probably be pretty easy because again, a lot of the din has calmed because of her excellent use of hypnotic pattern.
I'll just say, Pipa, this lady's not doing well.
13 plus 8?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, you hear shouting ahead. There's somebody you hear that somebody up there is in trouble.
All right, I'm coming.
And then how far up is it to the stage?
The stage it basically comes up to the top of your head.
Okay.
I would say right now you're maybe a total of 15 feet away from the creature.
Okay. The near side or the far side of the creature?
The nearest side of it.
Okay, well then I will whip out my tiny mirror. That I use. Yeah, I have a tiny mirror. Yep, a little personal looking glass. And I will use mirror's reflection, and I will create a duplicate of myself 15 feet away, which will be up near the Stegosaurus.
Okay, so yeah, nobody really gets to see this except for Barry. Barry suddenly sees there's 2 little gnomes that appear that are ready to help Barry. Yeah. So that's great.
So one of me is down, the other one's up.
The other one's up.
Like, I'm here, Barry. Don't worry.
And
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's an action to activate your mirror, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 2 actions to get there. It'll be the end of your turn. It is now the crowd's turn, and I will say make a reflex save. It'll be reduced DC and reduced damage because again, a lot of the people are not as panicked as they were just a moment ago.
17.
17 is a success. You'll take half of this damage. You take 2 points. You take 2 points. That's halved. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as people are jostling and you almost get knocked over again. Some of the people that are further away from the hypnotic pattern actually rush past you and escape. So you can see that the crowd is trying to thin out. Over time, they will just disperse. But right now, that's the situation. We go back to Conn Shaka at the top of the round. You just saw Barry get mauled by this thing.
You know what happens when you press the
I know what happens with that. Yep.
So around Conn, you feel like air gathers
I know
around
exactly
him.
what you're about to do. What a use! What a use of this power. Go ahead.
Air just kind of goes. He just shoots 15 feet directly in the air. He goes, "Don't hit my bear!" and dives directly down like a shooting star from the sky on top of this bloody dinosaur.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me what needs to happen for this spell.
Everyone within
Oh no.
10 feet.
Okay. Now, I would say that the creature's huge, so it takes up enough space that you could land in a spot that your allies wouldn't be.
Perfect.
Because
We're
it's
going
a
to do
huge
that.
creature.
We're going to do that. The reflex.
Okay, reflex save as this creature sees you dive bomb it, quite literally.
Oh yeah.
That is a 25.
Well, your face. So let me make sure that at least gets half.
It should get at least some damage from this.
I hope the bloody heck it does.
You'll know because it'll say a basic reflex save.
It says basic reflex.
Yep, so whatever the damage is, just roll it and I'll take half of that.
Oh, good lord. All right.
As you land in a fiery bloom of chaos.
So that is 7 plus 8. 12. 14.
14 points. So it takes 7 points of damage as you just land and explode. And the boards under you when you land creak as you almost smash through the stage when you land. But there you are. Do you have another? Is that a 3-action spell or
Only
is it
two action spell?
So you have 1 action left.
Barry kill.
Barry kill. You command Barry to do what Barry does best, and it is now Barry's turn, and he has the 3 actions because he's still hasted. So
Barry will. Now
the thing stepped away from him, so you'd have to step to get up to it.
Stupid.
So
yeah, he'll take that 1 step.
Takes a step.
And then he will attack.
Rend with the claws. Go ahead and attack. Roll your attacks.
For a second. So 18.
18 is a miss.
26.
26 is a hit.
Nice, Barry.
7 plus 4, 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. You just rake along this creature's pebbly hide, and it lets out a tremendous bellow. It is clearly in pain. Doesn't like being raked. So a total of 18 points of damage on your turn.
It would have been more if they didn't have. Dinosaurs didn't have such a great reflex. Dinosaurs,
he's
my
tough.
dog.
He's a little bit fast.
Big
Also,
ol'
I rolled
chicken.
pretty well. Sorry, Lemar.
Feathered creature.
I'll try to fail for you next time.
Will you?
After Conn's turn, Rias, you see Conn literally comet over your head. You can. It is your turn now. You're sort of still mired in the crowd. You can try to push your way through. You can cast spells while you're there. You just know that being in the crowd is kind of dangerous. But you can see, again, because they're still under the effects of the hypnotic pattern, it's not as difficult to push your way through as it was before.
Well, from where I'm at, I see Barry step up to this thing again.
Yeah.
Would you say he's within 30 feet?
Barry, yeah.
Barry, yeah. Mm-hmm. So Rias, he just holds up 2 fingers and he's just forebodings, and these 2 blue rings come shooting out of his fingers. One hits Barry and one hits the dinosaur. Okay. And I'm casting Forbidding Ward. So Barry for the next minute gets a +1 to his armor class and saving throws against the target's attack, spells, and other effects.
Okay.
So that's 2, and then I'll try to move closer.
All right, make an athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Acrobatics, 14.
14? All right. You are trying to push your way through, but it's you're a salmon swimming upstream. It's not going well.
Salmon, it's a fish. I'm a lizard man.
You're just mired in all of these people. Peepa.
I heard there's someone in trouble. I'm gonna make my way.
Do you need to concentrate? Do you need to maintain the spell?
Yes, but I'll cut it off. Oh, the triple time?
For either one. Do any of your spells require you to spend an action to maintain them?
Let's see.
And what happens with triple time? Oh,
gives a
status
little
bonus.
bonus to
Hypnotic
speed.
pattern. Sustain up to 1 minute.
So sustain means it requires an action to keep going.
Oh, fudge. What do I do?
So you're gonna have to keep one of them.
That's metagaming. We can't help you.
I know. I'm gonna keep dancing so that everyone can get up to.
Okay, so the hypnotic pattern drops.
Not dancing. Sorry, not I meant to say hypnotic pattern stays.
Hypnotic pattern stays.
To calm them down.
That
Yes,
seems to be having the most impact right now. So
apologize.
that's
Wrong
good.
thing I was
That's
trying
good.
to say.
Okay.
And then with my last action, I'm going to inspire courage.
Inspiring courage. All right. So you inspire courage. Everybody's going to get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls because of Pipa's excellent song, her fight song. It is now this creature's turn. The Stegosaurus sees it as threatened by several creatures now. It is going to try to whip you, Conn, not Barry. It's going to try to whip Conn, Shaka, as you just literally exploded into the ground next to it. And it is going to try to whip you with its tail. Oh my god, that is another 32.
No! Jim!
Nope, you gave that to Fee.
I gave it to Barry.
Go ahead, just hit me, Jim. It is critical.
Oh no. 9 + 9 is 8. That's 36 points of damage.
Holy.
Oh my god.
As
That's
it
so
just
much math I have to do.
slams into you.
20. No. 27?
And then it is going to try to batter Barry with one of its hooves. It has these, or its feet. It tries to stomp Barry basically. This is the second attack of the round, so we're just going to try. That is total of 20 to hit. And Barry has a +1.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah, you don't hit Barry.
All right, the +1. It actually glances off of some weird shimmering field of magic around Barry right now. It tries to batter at him, and it just clangs off of some weird field of magic.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
I know how much you care about
Then, for its third action, it can't back up anymore. It is just going to try to... No, it can't trample. It is just going to try to push through you to just get away. It just wants to get away at this point, and you're the only way out. So it's going to make an athletics check. Tell me what your fortitude DC is, which is... Well, you don't have to tell me. We're looking for your fortitude DC, which is 10 plus what you add to your fortitude save modifier.
21.
21? All right, so it's going to try to just bowl over
21?
you.
Jump. Duck.
Rolls a natural 1.
Ooh.
Rolls a natural 1. It tries to. It looks like it's just going to try to batter you out of the way and move through, but then it slips on some of the blood that's pooling and the broken floorboards from when you crashed into, and it trips itself up and almost falls, face plants in front of you, but it doesn't get past you. It just stays where it is.
Oh yeah.
Phil.
Okay, I will. I'm right there. Oh, at the start of my turn, the me that was down at the bottom of the stage disappears. And
Okay.
now I'm just up at the top.
Okay.
So I will see what's going on, and I am going to start thinking, and I'm gonna try to exploit vulnerability.
Okay.
Stegosaurus.
That's an esoteric knowledge check.
Yes. And that is a 24.
24. That is a success.
All right. So I will try to recall important facts about this thing. My weapon strikes become magical, and I'm gonna. I remember something about Stegosaurus. I'm gonna start looking through my pockets and pull out its personal antithesis, which I believe is a small little wooden carved totem that looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes, it is. That's exactly what it's It hates these things.
Yeah. So that's good, and that will help my weapon strikes. And the next thing I'm going to do is flash my mirror again, and another me is going to appear on the other side of the Stegosaurus.
Okay, so now you are flanking basically this Stegosaurus.
And then I will try to attack it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So
what weapon do you have?
I have a dog slicer.
Ooh,
It is
traditionally a goblin weapon.
That's right.
Love to hear the story of how you got a hold.
Pull your dog slicer?
Pull my dog slicer. And I mean, I rolled it.
I mean, most of us count it in the thing.
It's not even on the thing.
It's so bad. It's
So here's the thing.
It's all the way over
Okay.
here. It's not
Most
good.
people only count it if it's in their box.
Right.
But if you, whatever route you choose now is forever what it'll be. You can count, you can keep what you've got, and then it's always no matter what you roll. Or you can say only in the box, but then it's forever only in the box for you.
Only in the box.
Only in the box, he says. All
Only
right,
in the
so
box.
that's forever only in the box.
Roll.
Gotta be
Roll.
better.
Oh.
So I'll be using
A
hero
hero
points.
Get
Not
closer this way.
Here we go.
Get closer
It
that way
didn't-
for
it didn't
the
go-
dice cam.
Didn't go well, Jared. Didn't go well. But I'm gonna use my hero point.
Oh.
You give the hero
hello.
point to Jim.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Is it Jim? Is it okay?
Okay.
This is better. All right.
Can't be worse.
That is a 23.
23. And you're flanking it,
And I'm
so
flanking
it's
it.
flat-footed, and that is a hit.
Flanking with yourself. Flanking with yourself. What?
Okay. Dog Slicer is a d6.
Okay.
5. Plus 1 from Diana.
Am I
6.
singing? I forgot.
Yeah, you are.
I'm singing!
6 plus my personal antithesis, which is another 4. That's 11.
I think it's another 5.
5.
So it's 2 plus half your level.
That's right.
Level 3, so,
Okay.
so plus 5, so you said a total of 7?
So 12.
12 points of damage as, yeah, you slice into it, and you see as he like cuts into it with the dog slicer, there's like this little flash from the charm he's holding of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and the creature like screams in pain as the dog slicer seems to cut just a little deeper into it. It takes quite a bit of damage.
Nice.
Good job.
Giant dinosaur, tiny little knife.
Good roll.
You cut it good. You cut it good.
Okay, that's me.
And it is now the crowd's turn. And Rias, you are once again
Still
the
there.
only one in the crowd. Now, luckily, she maintained the hypnotic pattern. So make a reflex save, and again, we're at reduced damage. So
Nat 20.
Nat 20 is a critical success. So you take no damage. You basically just like start shoving people away from you, creating some space for yourself, and you don't get battered and bruised. The crowd thins out a little bit more as more people flee the scene. Now, Rias, you can see. You're not there, but there's enough space that like you catch glimpses of this woman who is lying near the stage, and she's just like bleeding out profusely.
Okay.
Those of you up on the stage who've noticed her, you can tell. You would, if you had to apply a value to how much she's dying, you might say it was 2. And if she got to dying 4, oh man, that would be the end of it for her.
Oh, if only she had Die Hard. Was Die Hard.
Does she have Die Hard? I don't know.
Man, if someone didn't press the bear button.
Conn, Shaka, it is your turn.
Suffer from pressing the bear button.
Press the bear button. To be fair, you put the bear button right in its face. What else was it supposed to do?
Not press the bear button. Conn Shaka is actually going to stand above this thing and put his hand out because it slipped and like cast produce flames.
You just burn it?
Suffer.
Okay. Suffer. I believe that is a spell attack.
It is a spell attack. That can't be correct. That's really high. 19?
19 total is not enough. This creature is a little tougher.
Oh, I'm gonna use that hero point.
Hero point!
Give that hero point to
I got it, no
Senior.
worries.
Senior
Oh, now we're out.
shooting
For
stick.
now.
It's all right. Oh no!
Oh
what's that? Even
no,
worse?
it doesn't look good.
4.
Don't worry, the message has been sent.
The message is-
But Barry.
But Barry, are you going to command Barry to continue mauling?
Barry's going to do what Barry does.
Remember
and
to
that's...
add my inspire.
Thank you, so it's +1.
Yep.
Oh, so that means my original plus produce fame would have been
a 20, which
still would have been. Okay, just a sec. So first, second, and then he's just going to do a third later. So 23.
That's a hit.
Jordan.
Plus my 1s.
24.
That's a hit.
21.
Is a miss.
Plus my 1.
And,
Okay.
and then the last one is -10. There's no way. Not a crit. So 2d6 plus 4.
2d6 plus 4 damage. You
Plus
just start
5, 'cause you
mauling the
have
Stegosaurus.
Plus 5. So 14.
14 points of damage. It is starting to look rather bloody, but this is a big, tough beast. You can tell it is still in the fight, big time. Rias?
Can I make it over to that woman in a move?
If you can push through the crowd, there's still a lot of people. I'd say that you would guess, based on the rate the crowd is thinning, it's this round and next round. And by then, the plaza will have cleared, people have run away, enough that you can just move sort of unfettered.
Well, actually, no, but I can see her though, right?
You can see her, yeah.
Okay, actually, I can do it from here. Rias stares at her, and he points one finger, and you see his one fingernail start to glow, and I'll cast Stabilize on her.
Ooh, that's right. That does have a range on it. Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, she just you see the bleeding, like she was literally like gouts of blood coming out, and it all starts to slow. And she doesn't really get any better, except for the fact that she's no longer dying.
Good.
You bought her some time.
Excellent.
And then. Oh no, I can't do that one. Gonna try to get out of this dang crowd.
Yeah, you gotta push it through. It's tough.
18.
18 total?
18 total.
All right. You start pushing your way through, and you get just to the edge of it. And there's a little bit of a gap, and there's the stage, and there's your friends, but you definitely you get through it. So
Okay.
now you won't have to worry about them any further. Peepa, you're the last one on the wrong side of the crowd.
Right.
But
it's
you're
helping.
doing a lot of valuable stuff.
So I'll continue my hypnotic pattern
All right.
to calm them down.
Okay.
And then I'll continue inspiring courage until everyone starts to disperse, and I'll get up.
Now, I don't know if you can sustain 2 spells at the same time, because I think they both require concentration. I think you can only sustain 1 spell at a time. So you have to choose one. I would say at this point, enough of the crowd has thinned that you can tell that
I can go.
it's not a problem at all. But if you intend to sort of stay back from it, and you can just sort of wait them out, because they'll run. I'm saying like most of the people have already like run. Like most of the people who are hanging out at this point literally are the ones that are calm, but only because they're maintaining their fascination on your.
Right. Okay. Then let me. Can I move? 2 actions to move up, and then I'll inspire courage once I get up there. Like I want to get closer to everyone, make sure everyone's okay.
Sure. Yeah. Make an acrobatics check then. Or athletics. I'm assuming acrobatics is better for you.
Yeah, it's a +1. 17.
17. You get kind of stuck in the crush of people, and you're so small, and like you sort of like get like turned around, and it's not quite enough.
I'm trying.
You're trying. You're maintaining the hypnotic pattern?
No. The inspire courage.
Inspire courage. So the hypnotic pattern leaves, which means that people start to as the spell ends, a lot of the people are like shaking it off, and like that panic is returning. And now that you're sort of mired in the crowd, you can see that like you've gotten yourself into a bit of situation.
Yeah.
But it won't last it'll resolve itself one way or the other very soon. It is now the Stegosaurus' turn. It is surrounded by targets. So it is going to take this turn to attempt to trample over some of you. I'm going to say it is going to try to trample through Barry and.
Go ahead, say it.
What is your character's name?
Phil.
That's why he keeps calling you Phil.
Rekomobnov. There we go.
Rekomobnov.
Rekomobnov. It is going to try to trample through the 2 of you, and so therefore I need you and Barry to both make a reflex save. Try to avoid this trampling beast.
Barry, for the love of Christmas.
25.
25 is a success. You're going to take half damage.
20.
20 is a failure. You're going to take full damage as it just tries to rush off the stage. The full damage is 15 points. So half of that to you, Rekomobnov.
Can I would like to use my reaction.
Yes, absolutely.
I will use my implement's interruption. Almost without thinking it, my little dog slicer reaches out and tries to attack.
Oh, okay. You get a little attack of opportunity action there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Probably not.
What'd you get?
It's a 18.
Nah, not quite. You just sort of like scraping along its hide, but it's not enough to actually penetrate it. And it tramples over you and runs off the stage and into the people who are just starting to come out of the hypnotic pattern, and it's like running into them, and now they're starting to panic. Some of them like fall under its hooves, and you can hear screaming. It's a whole big deal, big problem for everybody involved. We're gonna need Ruckamubnuff to solve it.
Okay, so where am I? How far away is he now?
His movement speed is... Where did it go? Why did I lose it? 30 feet. So he basically just moves, like, he actually moves 25 feet. He gets mired in the crowd. So he's actually really close to Peepa now. Like, he's really close to where Peepa is.
The dancing thing is gone, right? We're not...
Hero point!
Thank goodness. Jesus.
Sorely needed here.
That's pretty far for me. Okay. So that's definitely farther than I can walk. How many? 30 feet?
It's 25 feet because it actually gets stuck in the crowd.
All right, so I will then just bound off the stage and go chasing after him, past the person who's dying. I'm so sorry. So I will get to the Stegosaurus. I will flash my mirror again and reappear on the other side of him too.
Okay, all right.
And then I'm trying to attack him.
No, my God. Yeah,
Hero point! That didn't last long.
No, it didn't.
Oh,
we're gonna die.
oh, come on.
21.
21 is a miss.
But he's flat-footed.
Oh wait, no, he's flat-footed.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Yeah!
Yes. Okay. All right. Come on. little
Akamamam
dogs.
is doing great.
Akamamam.
Akamamam.
All right. 3 plus half my level, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 points of damage. All right. You're wearing it
That's
down.
what I got.
Hey.
It's a very small
Hey,
knife.
it's damage, man.
Yeah.
You're doing your best. You're cutting into
More
it.
than 0.
Yeah.
And you haven't been critted twice.
I will tell you that you have basically caused the creature now to refocus its attention back onto you. So instead of charging and trampling the people, it's focused on you, which, I mean, that's heroic,
Yeah.
you know?
We do endeavor to be heroic here.
It is nothing but endeavors here.
Yeah.
It is now the people's turn. Peepa, I need you to make a reflex save as they're going to start to stomp and trample, trying to rush to get away from the creature.
Yes. Oh boy.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Do you have your personal hero point?
No, I rolled a 1.
A 1 is a critical.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
It's going to hurt.
It's gonna hurt real bad.
It's going to hurt. They're stomping on you. They knock you to the ground. They're trampling your leaves.
No, my leaves.
One of your little flower petals gets ripped off.
Oh, no.
Take that flower out your hair.
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as the people just trample over you.
What the heck? Criticals, 12 points of damage. Critical hit, 450 points of damage.
Well, Lemar,
Get out of my face, Jim.
Lemar, one of the creatures is a giant dinosaur, and the other one is a bunch of regular peasants.
One would say one is a four-footed creature, and that is several panicking people.
Lemar says you take more damage, so I guess we're gonna have to bump that to 20.
I'm fine with this.
No, just because I'm shorter.
I didn't say jump into the people.
Here's the top of the next round. Conn Shaka, the beast, has fleeing into a crowd of screaming people that are thinning out. They've almost cleared the plaza. At the end of this round, the plaza will be clear of citizens. What do you do?
Flaming sphere. Produce flame.
Produce flame.
Holy cow.
Cast Fog of Death.
I am the hate.
3 is going on.
Anger clouds your vision.
So when you're dancing, that's a.
No, I'm not. I got knocked down.
No, you
got back up again.
Your stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna keep her down.
So am I singing then?
Yeah, you're still maintaining. It doesn't break your spell.
16.
16. You're clouded by
You're
anger.
not flat-footed by saying things?
No, you're clouded by anger. You're throwing fire all around. You are.
Barry go. Barry go.
Barry rushes.
Barry go.
Barry rushes. Let's see. Barry can get to him with one move and then take the 2 attacks if you want.
First, second. 22.
22.
Oh, good, because that natural 1 is also going to be not enough.
Not enough, Barry. No. Barry's too wounded. Barry's barely able to stay on his little bare paws.
Hey, y'all. I normally don't do this. Yeah, y'all. Can I probably get some hero points? These dice ain't gonna do it. I could use any. Help me. Jim has killed so many of my characters. Whatever, Jim. No, it's fine.
Sorry.
Your stupid dinosaur can continue to live. No, it's not okay. Kill it.
Rias, it is your turn.
So Reese is farther away. Like he wasn't as focused on the dinosaur because everybody else was kind of there, but now he's starting to get into the people. So you actually see Rias. I'd say what? I'm probably like 15, 20 feet away. You see him take his middle finger and just shove it into that wound that he cut open earlier, and blood starts to pour out. But then also like looks almost like black sand or fog as he like holds his hand up, and like it starts to swirl in front of him. But then on the back side of the Stegosaurus, it starts to swirl as well too.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so Rias then in this swirling like mini dust storm, he sticks his hand in and his hand pops out the other side, and he goes to lay his hand on the back of the Stegosaurus, and you see that rip or that cut rip open, and these teeth as he places his hand on the Stegosaurus to bite it. And I'm gonna cast Vampiric Touch.
How are you? Do you have the reach spell?
I do.
Is that what you were using for
that's what
the?
I was
Okay,
doing.
very nice. All right, Vampiric Touch.
So a basic Fortitude save.
Basic Fortitude save, I will say. Fortitude is pretty beefy.
Yeah.
Little beefy boy. Fortitude is it's a total of a 26.
26, yeah. So basic Fortitude is just nothing would happen then.
It would
right?
take half damage
It would
unless
take
it's a
half
critical success, which I don't think it would be. A lot of dice though.
Oh yeah, 666.
Good lord.
18.
18.
So then
Plus
half
half,
of
so
that.
9 points of damage.
19, yeah, so then half of that, 9 points of damage. And you see as Rias pulls his hand back out a little bit, I gain a little bit of HP from
Get a little
that.
bit of bolster yourself.
I got a little bolster. So as soon as he pulls that hand out, that little wound just closes
Here's a
itself.
little boo-boo you got there.
Yeah, boo-boo. Hi. Okay. I'm prone, so I'm gonna get up.
You weren't knocked prone.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, no, mechanically you weren't prone.
I'm-
I think I described you getting knocked over, but
I'm gonna try something. It's fine. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm still gonna try it anyway. Do I see the Stegosaurus?
yeah, since it's like sort of like now amongst the few remaining people that are there, you can see it. Yeah.
I'm gonna use telekinetic maneuver because I can maneuver a foe. I know
Okay.
it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I need a natural 20,
Yeah.
possibly, but I'm
The thing is, are you going to try to shove it, trip it, or what's the other thing you can do?
Disarm, shove, and trip.
So shove or trip.
I'm gonna.
I can tell you that shove goes against its Fortitude DC. Tripping goes against its Reflex DC.
I think I'd rather do tripping,
gonna
so I
try to
can
trip it,
knock,
okay?
knock him off guard.
All right.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try. Okay, here we go. 22, 23.
23.
Singing.
Against its Reflex DC is exactly exactly enough to trip it.
No.
Okay.
So you just, with all of your little might, you just maybe little vines like shoot up from the ground and grab around its feet and like rip its feet out from under it, and it is now prone on the
Perfect.
ground.
Great. And I continue singing my last action.
Continues. This prone creature will now be flat-footed to all of you. So anybody who makes an attack, it does have a -2 to its AC, and it would have to stand up to move because it's prone on the ground. It can't move.
Turn, isn't it?
Yeah, but it'll be his turn.
It is its turn.
Oh, fudge.
It takes one of its actions to stand up.
Of course.
Well, you
It takes another of its actions to try to smash you with your little dog slicer.
Which one? Doesn't really matter. Which one?
Well, is there a mechanic? Does it have to like?
No, any. Both of my selves are affected.
Both
equally.
would be a hit against you. Okay, so it's going to try to
Gotcha.
smash you with its tail. That's a 30 to hit.
Oh my god.
Good God!
Is it 10 above your AC?
It is not.
Okay, so it's just a regular hit.
Yes.
So it slams into you, some of the spikes digging into your side. You're going to
Ow.
take 16 points of piercing damage. And then it is going to... I mean, it doesn't have anywhere to go because it's mired amongst the people, and you're on the other side of it, so it's just going to try to stomp on you then. After that, it's going to be at a -5 to its attack. Well, that's actually pretty bad for it. That's the worst I've rolled all night. So that is a 21.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. It tries to stomp on you, but you just roll out of the way.
Ow!
And it is your turn.
Okay.
Enough.
Well, I will. One of my reflections will disappear. The one
Okay.
that's on the ground.
Sure.
Like, ow, ow, ow! And I will flash my mirror again and get on both sides of it. And then I'm going to attack it, but I'm going to use Instructive Strike. So I'm just going to attack it, and then if I hit it, I'll learn something about it.
Okay.
All right, that is. You're still singing?
Yes.
All right, that is a 27 to hit.
27 is a hit.
Okay, and that is a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11 points of damage.
And I get to do a recall knowledge check about the creature.
Okay, so make a nature check. You get to sub the esoteric
I'm
lore.
going to sub the esoteric lore. And I will use my assurance to just take 10, so that will put me at 20.
20? Okay. So at this point, you've sort of seen all of its abilities. I'm trying to think like what's something useful. Like I'll tell you that its lowest saves are reflex and will, and its highest save is fortitude. Its reflex and will are both equal. But there's like no other like ability that and it has scent, so going invisible would probably be like less useful because it can smell you.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I'll head and go. This thing's not quick and it's not smart, but it's hardy. And I'm going to try to attack it one more time.
All right.
That's at a -5
unless your dog slicer's agile.
It is agile.
So that's a -4.
Okay. That is a 22, 23.
23 is a hit.
Okay. 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Another 9 points of damage. You all can see this thing is starting to slow down. I mean, like this thing is it's huge, and it's like covered in all these small wounds, but they're starting to add up. You can see it's starting to slow down. It's starting to panic a little more, maybe, as it's fighting for its life. But you have made significant progress. But I mean, it's just a massive. It's so big. Another hero point. Looks like we got 3 on the board. I took this one.
There you go. There's the third.
Thank you
Oh
guys.
man.
All right.
You guys saw that I'm about to roll. Thank you so much.
It is now the crowd's turn. And they are going to basically disperse this round, but in their rush, people, you didn't move, so you're still amongst them.
It's okay.
You gotta make that reflex save.
13 plus 9.
22 is a success. You're gonna take half damage, and that is gonna be halved. It's gonna be 7 points of damage.
7?
So you
Okay.
take 7 more points of bludgeoning damage. But now the plaza is clear.
Wow.
Nice.
There's just the body of the trainer who's stable, but unconscious on the ground. There's this creature that is now basically like panicked, and it is turning, and it only sees you now amongst the people, so it is focused there. It also looks like it might just like turn and run away, in which case it'll be running rampaging
run away
through the
to
streets.
where?
Rampaging through the streets, which would be not the greatest thing that's ever happened. But it is the top of the next round, which means it's Kanshaka's turn.
I don't have Dino right here.
Kanshaka, what do you do?
You know what?
I don't. Tell me. Tell me what.
Kanshaka is actually going to use his head
Oh.
Gonna headbutt it?
and cast Produce Flame on it.
Oh, hey, I thought there was going to be some strategy or some alternate. Die, dinosaur.
That's not bad. 27.
27 is a hit.
All right.
Deal your damage. Scorch the beast's hide.
2, 5, 8 plus 5 is 13.
13
14.
points, 14 points of damage. You leave this big score along its pebbly hide. It is screaming in pain. Your third action.
Berry kill.
Berry kill. A hasted berry begins an assault.
All right, first attack. Ooh, it's going to miss. 17.
17 is a miss.
It's leaning. It's leaning.
Leaning, thank God.
It's-
That's not.
No, that's not leaning much.
Okay, that's 5 on the die. That's what, and the last one, because you have to try, Jim, I'm going to use a different dice this time. Ooh, Barry, you're so close.
+1.
Minus 10, it'll be minus 10, that'd be 7. 18, Jim.
18 is not enough.
Is
he
he
just is too
flat-footed
furious.
if I'm flanking him? Or does
Yes.
it only apply to me?
It would apply. I will tell you that the flanking would not have made any of those into a hit.
Sorry. Wait. I'm going to use a hero point
Here.
for your last one.
You're going to use a hero point on your last attack? All right. You're going for the long shot.
Thank you, Follow.
Thank you, follow. You know what, Jim? Sometimes it's about sending a message.
Yeah, live a
He's
little.
sending a message.
And if
everybody.
this is a 20, I'm going to explode in joy.
Send it.
Nope.
Nope.
I hate.
I know. When the dice aren't going in your way, it can feel real nasty. Rias?
Things still up, yeah. No, I'm gonna do that same thing. Cuts his finger, and he's gonna try that vampiric touch on it
Okay.
again. So fortitude save. No. I lied. I want to do something else. So I just saw Kanshaka burn this thing.
Yes.
Right? Rias kind of looks over at Kanshaka. It's like, yeah. So you see him. He holds his hands here, and this little black ball. It looks like it's almost frosted over as he just reaches back, and he's gonna shoot Chilling Darkness at this thing.
Chilling Darkness sounds horrible.
It does. I shoot an utterly cold ray of darkness tinged with unholy energy. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. It deals 5d6 cold damage. Is this creature also a celestial? No. Okay, so
a celestial.
I was just
Celestial
curious.
dinosaur, Jim?
All right.
That
all
would've been some evil
Here we go,
stuff.
friends. So, an attack that is a 27.
+1.
That is a hit.
28.
That is a hit.
So that's
some big numbers over there.
+1.
That is 20 points of damage, Jim.
20 points of damage. You hit this thing like almost directly in the head. It just sort of glances off its neck, and you see this bloom of frostbite and this sort of crackling. It's almost like crackling lightning, but it's like shadow, and it crawls over and like crawls into the creature's wounds as you pour unholy energy into it, and it screams and bellows, and it actually drops almost like onto its front knees, and it has to like pick itself back up. You can tell it is very, very badly wounded, but not yet dead.
Not yet dead. So bash it on the head, but he's not yet dead.
What else I got? You know what? I will.
Huzzah!
Gone. I point over to Ruff.
So close.
Rough enough.
Rough enough. And I'll give a little flick, and this like golden spark hits him. Guidance.
Guidance is going to be an additional +1 for you.
Okay.
On a skill check or attack roll, you get to choose when you use it, but it only affects one roll.
Okay.
You
Follow! Thank you, followers. Thank you guys so much.
Next up in line is Peepa. You know this creature goes next. You can see it's considering like just fleeing into the city, which you know would be very dangerous. It is also very, very badly hurt.
Great.
What do you do?
What do I see around me that I can?
Oh, I mean, if you want splintered objects to project at it, there are so many.
So mad.
Rocks and tiles.
You're gonna be mad.
If he dies from a bloody splinter, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm gonna look at it and go, I fail! 11 plus... We're 11 plus 12 and plus my singing.
24. That's a hit. That is a hit.
You kill this thing with a splinter. I've been throwing fireballs for 4 minutes.
5, 6. Wow, that's almost max. 6.
16.
Thank you. Plus 1. 17.
17 points.
Oh my god.
Lemar,
Oh my god! Ah! Oh my god! It hurts so much!
How many hit points does this thing have?
Lemar, I'm sorry to say that what you see as Peepa picks up like a shard of the broken stage and launches it at the Stegosaurus as it is like throwing its head back, and then right in its eye, just this like giant wooden spear impales it right to the head, and the creature falls over.
Did it.
I went up and down a mountain for 3 months for a film. That was less frustrating than all of that. What the? I hate
Jim, how many hit points were left on that thing?
Go ahead and break my heart, Jim. It's fine, Jim.
She killed it by.
Good. It was great playing with you guys. Goodbye, everybody.
Killed it.
People killed a Stegosaurus, too.
I mean,
wait, where's the garbage?
Would have been better for you if my tiny 2-inch blade had done it.
I just want you all to know that Barry and Kanshaka has been hit for like 1,000 points.
I was going to heal you until Jim said all. I blame Jim. Jim was the one who told me.
No, I fully blame. Let me tell you something. This is all Jim's fault. It has never not been Jim's fault. It has been Jim's fault for 20 some odd years.
So, Stegosaurus is dead. Now, unfortunately, Kanshaka did go into a bit of a rage mode.
Oh.
And I'm going to imagine he was not concerned about the wardrobe at all.
I know.
So it is probably
Trampled on.
lying on the ground, trampled, probably singed and burned.
It's a new look.
Grunge.
Almost a total loss.
Does anybody have mending? No.
No, but we can.
Oh.
I stabilized the outfit, Jim. Does that count?
You could make it like if anybody has craft.
Let me
you
see.
could try to.
Crafting too.
Hold on, what spells do I have?
Yeah, I'm looking.
I have stabilize. You know what, Jim? Kanshaka in a huff grabs Barry, pets him. It's a good bear. Did you guys? Let's go march over there and grab that thing.
The wardrobe.
March. And is marching with purpose.
Okay.
Back to blue hair.
Oh no. I fear for my poor NPC's life now.
Don't lie. I can't hit the broadside of a van, Jim.
You march back to the oak, which I believe is where the Quail Feather. Is the hotel. Go back to the Quail Feather, and you march in to the Just out of curiosity, are you all following him? Is anybody going to help the trainer
I would help everyone.
dying?
Yes,
Okay,
I
so
would
you-
help everyone.
You stay back and you're helping.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to smooth things over.
You're gonna go after
Yeah,
him.
I'm gonna try to like,
Okay,
talk
you
him
rush
down.
after him.
Like, hey man, you know, like.
So we'll deal with those. Where are you going?
I'll stay with you.
So you two. So we'll deal with you two first, then we'll deal with the others. The other Stormwrath. You stay back and you are helping. There are a few injured people. Most of the people got injured in the panic rather than by the creature because you kept its attention mostly on you. So good job, heroes. You saved the town, which is kind of your overall job. You patch up a few superficial wounds, but nobody really has any serious wounds except for the trainer, who is stabilized thanks to your quick thinking and ranged magic. It's really just a matter of waking her up. So, do you want to use a spell or do you have soothe? Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
great.
Sorry. May I use soothe?
You may.
Can I heighten it so I can make it at a higher level?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You
So
should.
if I heighten it, and I can just add an extra D10, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so give me 2 D10s plus 4. Come on. Okay. Nope. Yes. Here we go. That is okay. Not bad. 9 plus 8 plus 4.
21.
Not bad.
Yeah. No. She. Her eyes flutter open. You see the wound, the like giant holes in her chest actually close up, scab over almost immediately.
Squeezing my
Her
elbow.
eyes flutter open, and she looks around, and she like immediately sits bolt upright. She's like, "Wait, no, where?" And she sees the Stegosaurus. She's, oh no, oh no,
It's okay.
oh what happened?
It's okay.
Oh.
You're okay.
She goes over to it, and she just sort of like is on her knees by the body, and she's sobbing.
Oh no.
What do you do?
Let's see, what can I do? I'm sorry, miss. If I help your dinosaur, if I can, would you somehow train it to not be so mean to everyone?
No, it was just it was the dragon. It just got scared. I could have stopped it, but he panicked and she just seems like at a loss for words. You can see sort of the tragedy. She's not even like make a perception check for me.
Hero point!
Hero point!
Saw John Cena, did you?
9 plus 12.
Okay. You can tell, like, she's not even angry. She just sort of is, like, trying to piece together what happened. And, like, it's just sort of tragic because she's not really angry. Because it's almost like, as she's talking, you get the sense that, like, she even kind of understands that, like, what other choice did you have? Like, it panicked. It almost killed her. It certainly would have dealt so much damage to other innocents. It was just this sort of, like, confluence of terrible, tragic events. And she's just sort of despairing over that. But she's not really, like, upset at any of you. You can immediately, like, there's really nothing you can do for the creature. Like, it's departed from this world. So all you're really left to do is sort of, console her.
Yeah,
and
that's.
just,
I think that's what.
What level creature is that, Jim?
It's a level 7 creature.
Oh, dang, I can't animate dead.
Wait, hold on. Let's back up a second. Let's talk about this because we can come to an understanding.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say I could do that, and then I could totally do like a bind undead as well too.
Yeah,
my stick is
So it's kind of be bad. Edward Scissorhands kind of way.
Just saying, maybe you can take the body and we can work something out for later. You want an undead Stegosaurus pet? Talk to me later. We'll figure this out.
Oh,
you heard it here,
Maybe.
ladies and gentlemen.
There might be some horrible repercussions.
Might.
But I mean, if you want to
Might.
Stegosaurus,
Might is the key word there.
That word's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
This might be more
I'm just saying, there's some very interesting locked down artifacts down underneath the HEI headquarters that you know about. There's this book that was found not too long ago that people have been talking about. Saying it has some real strange powers. I don't know. I'm talking a lot.
I mean, I mean, it's
Jim
great.
wants you to do it.
Well, I mean, what's great is
I want him to try.
I mean, as a lizard folk, I could take something in time called Reptile Rider. I could ride a dinosaur.
Oh my god.
We'll talk to you later, Jim.
We'll talk about this later. We'll figure it out. Rias is just like thinking. Back at the hotel. You march right into the Quail Feather. And you've already been recognized, so they let you up to the penthouse suite. You get up there and you're once again standing in front of those big, glorious double doors. Garment in hand.
Now, Conn Chaka actually will stop in front of the door and like crack his head towards you. He's still like injured, covered in blood. Barry's also injured, and goes, "Yes,
Conn Chaka, I think maybe perhaps you should let me do the talking here. You've done so much heavy lifting already today, and it's my first day. I'll deal with the upset client."
Conn Chaka kicks the door open.
Kicks the door open.
It's a pull
inside, you see that sort of like literally like lounging on this couch is this man in the silk robe with the blue hair, Asul. He has like his hand thrown back and he starts just, oh my gosh, villains, where's my security? Oh, what happened to my wardrobe? What have you done? This is ruined. How can I perform? How can Asul wear this ruined wardrobe?
Shoves it at his face.
How dare you?
Just one sec. If you could watch the door, Conn Chaka, I'm sure that would be most appreciated by Asul, and I'll speak with him. Great. Thank you.
You see Conn like look between you and the Zool, and like electricity is crackling through his hands. And he'll just slowly walk through. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll look at the door. And he'll try to punch through the door and just look out of it.
Why does the bear man treat Asul so poorly? I don't understand.
Well, what time is it now?
It's probably midday.
Okay, what time is Asul supposed to perform?
He would need to be at the theater in like 2 hours. So.
How far away is the
Not far. Yeah.
Well,
and he has a carriage at the proper time waiting for him to take him there.
Asul.
Yes, of course.
We've had somewhat of a trying day. It seems that when we went to see
Hilary Vaughan, of course.
Hilary Vaughan, of course. He was somewhat frustrated because it seems that last year at some sort of midwinter celebration, he had made an owl bear feather cloak for you that you did not pay him for.
Like a bad person!
Do you accuse Asul?
I accuse
thievery?
Yes!
Deception?
Yes!
The bear man says yes. The bear man insults Asul. This cannot stand.
Now listen,
I am so upset. I don't know that I'll be able to perform even with my wardrobe.
Asul. The bear man he's merely a reflection of I can't really call it. The common.
I hate. Here you go. 2.
He thinks that because that is what many people would think. And I know no one of your class and shall I say magnitude would ever do something intentionally, but perhaps your own talent and your focus on the beauty you bring to the world has distracted you from the mundanity of payment and currency. But I think perhaps if you were to travel back to Coriolanus and make recompense, he would see it in his heart to assist you with the unfortunate circumstances that have befallen your wardrobe.
Do you want to use deception? Which one would you prefer to use?
How strong are you lying?
I mean, they're the exact same, so I would say it's a little bit of both, really.
Sure, yeah. Just roll and add the
Got that hero point.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 28.
Okay. Asul considers one and says, "Indeed, I am an artiste. I sometimes do not have my mind on mundane matters of money and payment. That's not why I'm here.
No.
That's not why Asul performs. It's not
Obviously.
for money,
Indeed.
for coins, simple
No.
coins. But, of course, I am a performer of honor, and if I have slighted anyone, then indeed I should perhaps make amends for that.
I'm glad you thought of it.
Indeed, I often am considerate of other people and their feelings in these times, and I can see that indeed the Bear Man indeed has also had a rough day, and so I will go to Corleo Yvonne's, and I will get this matter settled. Thank you for your services.
Of course.
I must away.
Yeah. We are going to attend.
Actually,
upon you.
if you could away, because if you would go down, the driver should be waiting. Just tell him I want to leave a little bit early for me. But I can't go down until the carriage is ready.
Oh, I totally understand. Yeah.
So you must away.
Yeah.
And I will then fix all of these problems.
Of course. Someone of your magnitude and sheer talent in these matters will have no problem dealing with the unforeseen ramifications of the day.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I'm glad we all agree.
We do. I would walk over to Conn Shaka and just sort of like, he's an asshole. Well, if you could go and tell his carriage to pick him up, because I'm afraid if I leave you here, he's gonna be dead when I come back upstairs.
I wouldn't kill him.
I wouldn't blame you.
I would simply teach him the ways of learning in nature.
That's what I'm afraid of, really.
Go to the carriage.
Yeah, just tell him to pull around. Okay.
Carriage! Gotta walk away.
So Asul, I don't know what happens to Asul in that room, but either way, eventually the carriage leaves with the wardrobe. Perhaps you've taught Asul to pay his debts and take care of his own matters. And hopefully Barry and Conn Shaka have a nice, quiet evening where they can relax and shrug off the troubles of the day. But in either case, that is the end of our adventure for this evening. A success, once again, by HEI, the Heroes of Heroic Endeavors Incorporated, rise victorious once again. Thank you all for joining me on this little adventure. I hope you had fun playing. I had fun running it. I hope you all out there had fun watching it. And now you'll have fun winning surprises. Because as I had mentioned earlier, we are giving away both a Lost Omens travel guide and a Pathfinder beginner box. So if you have been using the exclamation point giveaway to enter that contest, learn all, there's some sharing and whatnot that you have to do. I don't even know how it works. I just know that if you use that command, you will learn how it works, and then you will get to win the prizes. And we will learn who the winner is in just a minute. Before we learn who the winners are, I do want to let you know that if you are the winner, you need to get in touch with us. Because what we need in order to deliver this digital prize is you need to have a Pathfinder or a Paizo.com account, and we need to know the email that is associated with that Paizo.com account. If you don't already have a Paizo.com account, it's very simple to make one. You could make one literally at any time. It would take you 2 minutes. You fill out some very basic information. It is free. It lets you purchase things from Paizo.com. And it also lets you claim free digital prizes from these shows that are very important. So just make sure that you have that in place. And then when we announce your name, you can message us directly on Twitch. You at the DaTNetwork, you message the DaTNetwork. Or if you find us on Twitter, you can send us a DM and we will let Paizo know all about your winningness. We do have a winner for the Lost Omens travel guide, and looks like it is at PlayZ Game. Congratulations! PlayZ Game. If you are still in the chat, make sure that you message us to let us know what your Paizo.com account is, and we will deliver that prize to you. We also have a winner for the Pathfinder Beginner Box, and it is at Loading Crew. At Loading Crew. Again, make sure you message us. Make sure you have those Paizo.com emails ready so that we can get you those digital prizes. There will be digital giveaways every single week, and we are doing this every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. Before we go, I will take a moment and chat with all of y'all. So let's do a comment break.
Diana, you should cast Charitable Urge so that you'll have them give you the prizes.
Yeah. That's great.
That's exactly what you do.
Chew, what are you talking about? TPK.
Chew Bear knows what's up.
Dual
Wait, my-
stage. How
yeah,
dare
you're
you?
cute.
That's the first thing I see.
Let's see. Gabe Ruiz 9 says they just gotta protect him until concert over. After that, don't have to protect him. That's true. Your contract only extends for the day.
Yep.
After that, what happens to him is his problem.
Yep.
Lucas Martinez saying everyone knows dinosaurs are all just wingless dragons.
That's true.
Not wrong?
Yeah.
Right? Wrong? Yeah.
Gabriel says, 9 says, don't ruin those clothes. Yeah, I wish we had remembered that during the combat.
Get out of my face. You get out of my
Well,
face.
remember, I pushed the bear button.
You press the bear button.
The bear button.
An Eldritch Dream game says Nat 20 is good for running away and protecting the clothes. If only we had remembered to protect the clothes.
Yeah.
If only.
Oh well. Gary Bones. Hi all.
Hey Gary Bones.
What it is?
Oh, and Sarah BC1's in the chat. Hey Sarah. Sex Sarah BC1 tossed people a coin. And Rias got a coin from Sarah BC.
Thank you.
Looks like you got 2 coins from an Eldritch Dream game. So
Thank you very
you've got
much.
that. You've got the coins going for
It's like
you.
someone moved me.
Deepa, you got one from Kitsu723.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And Gabe Ruiz 9 gave New Guy a coin.
That's me.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Somebody else is on my team. Kitsu says, wow, undead Stegosaurus mount. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or we could do what Lemon says. Are we making barbecue?
Yeah.
Barbecue dinosaur?
No.
Yeah.
Barbecue dinosaur. Yeah, barbecue dinosaur.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice dish for the feast.
Yeah.
You know, the festival
There's
needs
lots of
some
people
roast
to feed.
dinosaur. Too Nimble knows what's up. Jim Jam's the best. Isn't he? Isn't he great? Isn't he wonderful?
Don't you lie to his face like that.
And then Gabe Ruiz to say, Peepa, the dinosaur killer!
Dinosaur.
It hurts.
Sorry, Lemar.
It hurts every
We got
time.
Craig, son of Horse, in chat too. Saying hooray for not dying, and Lamar's working towards a TPK.
Aw. Look, sometimes the dice are against you. I felt for you this time.
This
The
was
dice-
rough.
That was brutal. You rolled so many bad numbers.
That was bad.
But I will say, even though Crag came at you, he did give a hero point.
Thank you, Greg.
One of those hero points was from Crag. One of them was from It's Lucas Martinez, and 2 of them were donation hero points from Sarah BC1. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Read something.
Dang, joined at the end. I'm sorry, Frozen Shepherd.
Welcome to the
Official Paizo says Skeleton Ancestry next week. Well, the Skeleton Ancestry will make an appearance because at some point, Adam Conn is going to take over and run a game, and I'm going to play in it. So my skeletal barbarian will ride again.
Nice.
You are
That's
not prepared.
exciting.
I'm not
You are
prepared
not
for
prepared
that.
For what comes after that.
Yes. Kitty cosplayer. Hi there.
Hi, Kitty.
Hi there.
Kitty.
Heyo.
Hi.
Looks like Sarah BC1 also gifted a bunch of subs. Thank you, Sarah, for supporting
Thank you,
Paizo
Sarah.
like that. That's so important. It's so incredible that you're able to do that. Really appreciate it. Lemon, putting salt in the wound.
Yeah.
Who knew that all it took was a splinter?
Lemar, it's gonna be okay.
It's not gonna be okay.
Lamar, someone agrees with you. Look, it's Lucas Martinez said evil Jim Jam.
Evil Jim.
The evilest of Jim Jams.
And Spartan says, was that a ghost? Ma!
Ghost Ma.
Ghost Ma.
The kitty cosplayer says, hi there. Hey, kitty cosplayer. How you doing out there?
What it is, what it do, what it be like.
Before we get out of here, I just want to say thank you all again for joining us. Again, play Z Game. You need to get at us with your Paizo.com email to claim your digital Lost Omens travel guide. And then Loading Crew, you are the winner of the digital Pathfinder beginner box. Remember to message us at the DaTNetwork and follow us at the DaTNetwork if you're not already on Twitter, on Instagram, all the socials. We're at the DaTNetwork. Make sure you send us a direct message somewhere with that email address where we can help you claim that digital prize. We'll be back next week at 6 p.m. Pacific for another episode of Pathfinder Heroic Endeavors with more fun, more giveaways, a new crew of heroes. It'll be super exciting. I can't wait.
Yay.
Until next time, we'll see you then. I'm out of here. Bye.